definitely didn't die.
Yeah, you guys are
Hello.
fine.
Welcome to
Hi.
Mistwalkers. Theater's
Welcome.
here. Oh, there they are. Sly may be late, and Yinrik will also may be late, so we'll see how that goes. But the rest of us are here, and that's all that matters. As always, our sponsor tonight is Canadian Dice. You can go to canadiandice.ca, use the code THEVACTER, all one word, for 10% off your dice order. And Maggie, what is your pick of the week? Since we had to change it.
Yeah, it's corrosive grasp now, because when you watch the stream, you'll really like it, and you will have a corrosive grasp on your soul.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
No, don't act like you don't get it.
True.
Anyway, our new merch store is up. You can go to tinyurl.com/vacmerch to get there. And this week we've got a full schedule. Wasteland Saga over on Goodman Games Official. Artemis and I will be over there. And our guest that night is Alphinius from Gooey Cube. Very wonderful fella, and we love him to bits. Thursday, we've got a Song of Crystal and Shadow at 8:30 p.m. Hey, Hunter. Long time no see.
Hi, Grace.
Speaking of Hunter,
Baby.
Friday, we've got Fixius 5 at 8:30. Saturday, Together Among the Stars with Dungeon Daddy Rick and Warlocks and Waffles. So Hunter will be there in the flesh, as it were. That's 11:30 on Saturday. And then Sunday, we have Legacy of Fire over on DM Jeremy's channel at 7:30. And as always, you can check out our YouTube for videos on demand. The last everything that we've streamed in the last 2 years. But if you prefer podcasts, you can get those on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music.
we're slowly catching up. to,
Slowly catching up.
But they're also doing it by themselves, so.
Well, it's a stream. It's a scheduled thing for
No.
the campaign play.
Oh.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, we're scheduled out to like June for drops right now, but like because just real life keeps getting in the way of stuff, like we're slowly catching up to like
We like
being on track. So
Hey, this is unrelated, but to anyone out there who has played Minecraft with Hunter, don't let Hunter loose on your villagers, especially if they don't have good loot. I say that with love. It was funny.
Oh, the fire incident?
The fire incident? No, I'm talking about the TNT incident.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you're right.
you gotta hold the dynamite.
Which fire incident? No, there was a fire incident. You're right.
Yeah, you like burned your swamp down or something.
No, that
He
was
says
that was not in Minecraft.
Oh,
Or was it in Minecraft?
it could
Sarah,
have been
are you
that
in
or
the chat?
Stardew.
Did I burn my swamp down in Minecraft? I don't think I did.
Now it's in me swamp.
But I did
Liz.
burn down my swamp in Don't Starve.
To answer your question, Liz, we're over on Goodman Games Official, as I said, on Wednesday at 9 o'clock, and Alphinius from Gooey Cube is our guest that night.
Phineas is very funny.
He's so sweet. He's so sweet. I just love him.
Me too. He gives
He's really good at
hugs.
voices.
He does, and he's such a good guy. And he sings great too. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I
had
love
we
you,
had lots of
thing.
fun with him at the con. So, let's get down into the
This
game.
to defeat the Hun.
Huns.
You have
Just found
finally
chocolate.
found yourselves at Pantera Lodge. You've met with Shakuna, who has more or less put her plan out in front of you, indicating
More like
she-
less.
Say less. She indicated that she is intending to summon the Bagman, so he may join the competition, the Trial of Hearts.
That we got voluntold to join.
In that, the secrets for saving Darkon may lay. Either the Bagman has them or Shakuna does. Perhaps a mixture of both. Shakuna herself has saved Valashan from the mists as well. But her idea may bear weight. Perhaps the Bagman does know how to saved Archon. You've been given a sort of vague overview of what to expect in the Trial of Hearts. You know that there are other people that are also joined in on the hunt, and that you will be provided a map of the shrines that you need to arrive at. One or the other, it does not need to be both. But you do know that no combat is allowed at these shrines once you arrive, and you cannot leave until you are released from there. That all said, there are other things in the works. Eli spoke with their wife.
Ex-wife, thank you.
Yes, bitch, yes!
And Mina has disappeared from Athelstan's shoulder. Information about Yenrik's short-term memory loss has come to light. And it turns out that that book that he carries is very important indeed.
Can Alaric just identify the book? Or, like, Arcana check it or cast Detect Magic? I don't know. Maybe you already have. You think you did. Never mind. Sorry.
No, you didn't Arcana check it or identify it or anything. It was determined by Sly with a very, very good check that the book itself is mundane in the sense that, like, the notes inside are not like a wizard's spell book. But there is some sort of memory enchantment on it that allows Yenrik to more or less, if you want to go Harry Potter terms, treat the book like a pensive. Puts the memory in the book remains, or the memory remains in the book.
It's like a portable DVD player for him.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh, portable DVD players.
So there is some sort of magical enchantment to it. But
he's cursed.
Maybe he just, he's just, he fell down really hard.
He's definitely abled.
It's fine. You definitely know, however, ultimately that you would not be able to just make a carbon copy of the book and have it operate the same way. So, that all said, Shikuna has invited you to join the other hunters. So you can meet and greet the people that you may be battling with, or may just run into. Or maybe not at all. The jungle is a very large place.
Roll for wolves. That's a Strahd joke for anybody who doesn't know. Curse of Strahd campaign.
So many wolves.
So many wolves.
Fuck the Kargath, though.
She has also given you
the Kardashians. I was like, oh, for real. And I was
people
like,
are dying him. No, fuck the Kargath, the police.
Yeah.
Oh my god, let Bree get through the intro.
Sorry.
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
Cool. See you later.
All right, everybody. I'll see you
Adios.
next week. Let's roll up our new characters. We're going to be starting another campaign.
All right. So you have been given very specific instructions. You've got about 4 or 5 hours before the solstice begins, before the summoning of the Bagman begins. You are not allowed to fight the other hunters. That was very specifically stated. No fighting.
I don't plan to fight anybody.
I'm just
Ask
saying.
and listen.
Sounds more like guidelines than actual rules.
For the love of Mina, Breeze. You like that?
Yes, I do, actually.
Can we have that on a t-shirt? Oh, for the love of Mina, please.
Sure.
Please, Affy, please. Please, oh my god, I never knew I needed something so bad until now.
Okay.
I'll make art for it.
Okay. You do that. Hey, Dirty Dwarf. All right, so
Hey, dwarf.
with all of that said, what would you like to do?
We're still in the armory, right? Like, we're still gathered separately.
Prepping.
Yes, you're technically in the armory right now. You were
Okay.
you kind of wanted to step aside to discuss what you want to do. And there was some discussion about, like, Fly knows where her home is, and she just wants to make sure that she's not going to be dragged into the bag again.
Yeah, and
They-
Stan was like, you ain't going there. You're mine.
They said we could use anything in the armory, right?
Yes, anything that is there, you are welcome to.
If there are hogsheads of black powder, I'm gonna scream. Like,
That's
careful.
just what we need.
The first thing, if it was there, the first thing that Athelstan would have done when they walked in there, he would have been able to smell it. He would have been like, "Oh no."
To be fair,
This is Tommen's dream.
what makes you think Alaric wouldn't have that stuff on him to begin with?
Well, I know, but there's always more.
Also, Athelstan is too grumpy right now to notice that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he doesn't have his senses. Wait, hang on. He's very, very aware of his surroundings right now.
Doesn't mean he's not being grumpy.
Atlas goes and horses around in there, and he's looking in the armory if they have any like anything about the solstice maybe written down, if they have any journals in there.
No, the armory does appear to just be literally that. There's mundane weapons, traps, ropes, climbing gear, arrows, bows, crossbows, spears, that sort of thing.
Let me look at stuff.
You were also
Alaric is-
advised, just as a reminder, that any bags of holding or magical containers that are like that will be left behind.
Do they have any medium armor that is not made out of metal?
I don't think there is medium armor not made out of metal.
Yes, there is.
Sure.
Studded
Hide.
leather.
Instead of leather is light.
Light.
Is there any medium armor not made out
In
of
5e,
metal?
it counts as light. Yeah, in 5e, it counts as light.
Is there any cool armor that might be good for Atlas that is better than what he has on, which is bad?
Which is, what, nothing at the moment?
No,
I-
you've got leather armor.
Yeah, is there anything better than leather armor that I can wear as somebody who could not wear metal and is also shaped like a horse?
Make an
I mean, you have a
investigation
torso.
check.
How long do we have before this starts?
4
4 to 5
hours.
hours.
How long are people going to stay here? The other group members of the party, because I was wondering if I should just take 20 or not.
Well, you can
What?
be here. Literally, if you make it a point that you would like to outfit yourself, we can help you. You know.
Yeah. Could somebody give me advantage if you want to help me look for clothes?
Role play it out.
Yeah, Atlas. He's shuffling about, kind of looking at things, and he's kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna find something here to wear. It's all kind of human shaped, and I'm only half human shaped if you think about it.
Is there a window
Athelstan.
here?
The way it
Or is
is,
it like an
it's
open plane?
sort of like there's a probably like 3 or 4 foot tall retaining wall around it,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a gap, and then the
It's
roof.
a hide.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there
Hi, Jer. Thanks
greenery
for the
growing
sub.
on it? Hey,
Sorry?
Jer. Is there greenery growing on this thing? From
Yeah,
the
there's
trees?
like vines and
vines
stuff.
and
Like
shit. Okay, cool.
it's sort of, it's obviously like constructed by people, but
Yeah.
there is an element of nature taking it back.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Artemis. Just wanted to
Uh,
double check my mirror image in my brain.
I was just gonna say, if you want to help Atlas, I'll message Mina.
Okay.
I think he needs some help.
Do we do an
Meanwhile-
investigation?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Atlas is just.
Okay.
You can do one at advantage, or you can do
Do the advantage.
one each.
Let's do the advantage. Athelstan is just like, like not like that, but the proverbial throwing. Oh,
He tried.
Alaric!
Don't waste time.
Yeah, don't waste it on that. We're joking.
It's fine.
I mean, I have 4 more.
I don't think it would be a waste, personally.
I
I
have,
have-
level-
Outfitting one of our most powerful spellcasters.
I have 12 AC.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be a good idea. Hang on. Do you have inspiration
Yeah, can I roll again?
with advantage?
With Not, it wouldn't be with advantage. It would just be a third roll, basically.
What if I gave one of my inspirations to make it advantage? Would you allow it? It's okay if not.
No.
Okay, I just wanted to see.
I'll give myself guidance this time.
Oh, hey, you did it. Good job. That's
Aw.
that's. Ooh,
One
It's
better.
one better.
I mean,
better.
that's still good. That's still good. 14 is definitely above average.
Okay. So, you find some studded leather, some hide armor, some scale mail, and you also find this very strange. It almost looks like skin.
Maybe
But-
leather
What
is
kind of skin?
More like humanoid skin, not animal skin.
people.
Literally, you know how when you're walking through the thrift store and you're just running your hand along the clothes or whatever in the rack or like any store or whatever, and you're running your hands along the rack. And for me, it's linen. When I feel linen, I stop, I grasp it, and I stop, and like my feet go forward, and then they come back, and I'm just like, it's kind of like that for Athelstan, but he comes to it and he's like. Continue, Happy.
What
Oh,
is
that's
it?
okay. It appears to be like a breastplate, but it's made from hardened skin, and there's like a bone element to it.
I sniff it. Has it been like tanned and treated?
Yeah, it's been treated like any other leather has, but there's definitely a difference in texture between animal skin and human skin. Definitely humanoid.
Does it seem to have qualities higher that will provide a more protection for our spellcaster than the leather that he is currently wearing?
It would depend on how dexterous he is.
If you were to quantify Atlas's dexterity, let's say using a numerical system from 0 to 20,
How
he would
about
have a 12 dex.
Okay. So yes, this would be considerably better than what he has currently.
Okay, so we're just like looking at it. We're like crouched over like scientists, like looking at it. Athelstan hasn't let him touch it just yet, and he's like, I think this will help you, but I don't know if this is a good texture. If the texture is bad, it might not be worth it.
He touches it. Is Atlas aware that it might be people?
He was about to tell you that, but that's okay. touch
Make a medicine check, I guess.
Make a people check.
Yeah. It's soy people! Haha, get it?
Oh, now I roll better.
You know exactly what it was.
Yeah, this is Long Pig.
Human.
Is it, like, okay for me to wear this? Like, we don't... Like, Alaric won't get mad, right, you think? Should I go ask him?
I feel like you shouldn't. I feel like that would make it even weirder. We can just paint it or smear. I can make moss grow on the bracers, and I don't know, try and dress it a little bit.
I think that sounds good. I mean, it's already dead, right? If you're going to kill something, you should use
Might as well
every
use the
part
whole
of
thing.
it.
Yes, you might as well use the whole thing. And I've tasted human flesh. It's not that bad, but it's also not great. Depends on what they've been eating. I've tasted it. I haven't eaten it. Don't look at me like that.
I wonder if I would taste good because I'm like 2 meats.
Actually, that's a lie. I have definitely eaten a human heart before. And I start dressing him in it.
Do you think that I would taste different depending on what half?
Possibly. Actually, you know what? That's a very good question. Because you do seemingly have very human qualities from here up.
Oh, Athelstan, speaking of that, I pull from my pack that letter I wrote like 10 sessions ago that I never handed to Athelstan yet. I'm like, here you go. Open this later. Not now.
He stops and he looks at it and he's like, this better not be your last will and testament.
Out of character moves, fuck you, Maggie.
Yeah, he looks at it and he's like, this better not be your final will. Because you're not gonna die.
Well, I was told that sometimes it's good to have, like, things written out because, like, if you don't and something bad happens, then nobody knows what you wanted to say.
What if I die first?
Then you should have given me one, or Keli one, or Sly one.
Yeah, but now your will and testament's gonna have green blood all over it when I die. If I die.
I can write another one.
That's true. He shoved it in his pocket. He's like, that's a morbid conversation. Let's dress you in this human
Atlas
skin.
is like still cheery. He's having a good time putting on the human flesh.
Yeah. So where's the
vest.
bone on this thing again?
So it's the way it is. It's actually like the rib cage, but then the hip
so
bones,
sick.
like the flares of the hip bones, are used sort of like booby protectors.
That's sick as hell. He's like putting it on you. He's like lacing it, and he's like, it's very Blood Eagle-esque, and I'm here for it. You look absolutely magnificent right now.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I couldn't have found this without you.
There artwork of this already? Because
would
I'm
like to
gonna
know.
need a better description. Okay, well, you better send that to me.
I will
You and
try
I-
to
yeah.
find a comparison, or I
I feel
will
like that's-
Frankenstein it.
You know what? That we don't need to worry about that. Our search history is already fucked as DMs.
Just look up,
Incognito window or not.
anatomical rib drawing.
Or Elden Ring like armor or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
basically.
He's like, do you want me to dress this up a bit?
Yeah, put the what do you call it, the old razzle dazzle on it.
I have no idea what that means, but I will give my best attempt at it. And I just like and he just like runs his hands along his shoulders and down the braces and like along the ribs to make it look more like, I don't want to say more like a corpse that has been retaken by the green, but yes, that's exactly what Athelstan is going for here.
This is
Like
a
the
very-
like the people who live within the bones of a mountain the creaking bones of a mountain giant in the side of a mountain, dressing this to make it look very Studio Ghibli, you know?
this is like a Disney sequence, but more macabre and fucked up.
Yes. It's like the musician making a cello out of a person.
All right. Well, I've put
A little
that
less macabre than
into the party sheet for you, so you can take that over to your inventory. Just make sure to unequip your leather armor and equip that.
What's it called, Maggie?
It's called hold on, it is called, where's the inventory? It is called Bone Armor Breastplate.
Bone armor. That's sick as shit.
Yeah.
Bother to have Alaric look at that before you put it on.
I don't
Because-
think we
I
did.
think
This
we would
group-
have. But I
This
feel like
group
we
has a
would have.
history with cursed items.
But I feel like we would
Just
have.
saying.
'Cause especially like the touching. He's like, "Hey, Alaric."
You didn't,
Is this-
so
Yeah,
I'm gonna assume you didn't.
While I'm making it,
Um,
while I'm making it pretty, he's like, "Alaric,
Nah.
is this thing fucky?"
My AC base 14, so I have to go put that in through the. How do I change my AC base?
One sec. I'm just taking a look.
No
I
problem.
feel like Heli said that from across the room.
I figured it out.
Just look over and you see like this bone corset that we're putting on Atlas, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Like in the middle of trying to get ready to cast this fucking spell. Like,
just like
Uh,
big
oh.
eyes, like. "Ah."
I'll need your help to do it because it says change my AC base, but it won't let me.
Yep, I
Please.
got you.
Please fix me.
I got you. Are
I
you
want-
using a shield?
No,
Okay.
I don't have one.
You're in an armory right now.
Oh yeah, can I find a wood shield?
Yes, you can.
Or
find
one
a
that's
wooden
not
shield.
metal? What if it's made of a human skull? Just kidding.
I am here though. Like, what if we at one point, like, I'm gonna make this art. Atlas is gonna like wear a helm of like a horse head, kind of like that art that I did of Athelstan, where it's like the not a deer skull. It's just a
Can I-
sketch. It's not on the carousel, so don't
All right.
ask.
What would I roll to figure out anything about this armor, or should I just use the identify spell?
Is it a cantrip?
Arcana?
Arcana.
I could probably do that too.
I rolled a 5 to find a shield.
I'm gonna throw it in the tower.
You
Uh,
found one already. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's just-
24.
Nice
Holy
roll.
shit.
That's a good roll.
This is mundane, if a little macabre.
Atlas is in his goth phase. His pretty boy goth
Not a
phase.
phase, Mom.
It's. I'll be honest, I wouldn't wear it.
Oh no,
But
I
there's
don't
no-
recommend. Well, that'd be
but-
interesting because you'd have another layer of skin.
There's no enchantments upon it.
There's no.
At least
no
none that
going.
I could see.
Oh, you don't know exactly what it's made out of. Never mind. You wouldn't understand the joke. Atlas, do you find my little attempt at humor there funny?
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
You fist bump.
Ulrich would know exactly what it's made out of, being an artificer.
With the Arcana check, especially, yes.
I just imagine. I'm imagining this face that Ulrich is slowly making as he realizes as the Arcana check light bulb turns on. He's just like eyebrows up. Describe. I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Paint the word picture, Alaric. What's
I like the
your
word
face
picture.
doing
Dr. Bob Ross.
as you realize that this is made from human skin and bone?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, as he's looking over it, he's like, okay, it's like, there's no enchantments, and then he's like, wait a minute. What the fuck? Is just like, the color just kind of drains from his face. It's like, well...
And then he just like runs the fingers over the bones, and there's like little mossies and stuff like that growing over. It's like looks sick.
Okay, then.
You look great.
Remind me not to get anywhere near Atlas if he's gonna start wearing human bones.
I mean, if you think about it, I'm a centaur, so it's not as messed up as you might think. I think, is it? Is it still messed up?
But don't ask him that question. I feel like that's a very strange question to ask somebody. We don't need to talk about it. If you do, I just felt like it would be more awkward if we asked you if it was okay for him to wear human skin.
I mean, you all ride horses and stuff.
That is true. Is there an ambulance going by? What the fuck is that? Oh,
Horse ambulance.
Just the music.
I feel like a clown is gonna come riding up in a car, and they're all gonna come climbing out of the car, and we're gonna have to fight a bunch of clowns.
There, I changed it. Are you happy?
Oh, don't make
Sophia,
it
did you summon a crowd of clowns?
No,
A clown?
no,
Cloud?
she summoned Pennywise.
I believe the term is a murder of clowns.
No, that's for crows. But I do like
Oh.
I do like a crowd of clowns, like a cloud, like crowd, and crowd. No, shut up, Sophia. Nobody did.
No.
Anyway.
Mhm. Artemis, your
Atlas,
turn.
you feel much more protected than you did. So your armor class is now 17.
Holy shit!
That's better.
That is much better. Holy crap!
And with the
Should have
scimitar,
used
if I
that.
ever used it, it would help.
What the hell am I wearing? Maybe I should try and find something.
Atlas, can you even use that scimitar? Isn't it made of metal?
It doesn't say I can't use metal weapons.
That's true. Semantics. Potato, tomato.
If not, I would be kind of fucked.
Scimitars are on the druid proficiency list, so.
I think the reason I have it is nobody else had it at the time, scimitars. That's why Atlas got it.
He wanted to be, like unique and himself.
Yeah, that skeleton boss is just full of Atlas loot.
He
So-
got it around Keening. So did he want to be a pirate?
No, it was in Cartacus.
Yeah, skeleton boss.
Hey,
No,
Atlas, do you want to help me look for something interesting?
Yeah, I'll help you look. Roll with
Okay.
advantage.
While that's going on, Heli.
I start by messaging Mina.
Why are we wasting space?
At the lodge. Where are you? Athelstan is worried. How long will it take you to get here? We need your help tonight. Summoning the Bagman. Cabbages?
pooping.
You
I'm
pooping?
pooping.
I'm on my way. I'll be there in about 4 or 5 hours.
Just in the nick of time.
Telling me worries too much.
No shit.
I'm practically a god.
I thought.
Out of character moves. It's not her that he's worried about.
She knows.
I relay most of that message back to him. That she'll be here in a few hours. Probably right about the time that the summoning starts. She sounds okay.
He glances at you and he looks out to the jungle. Just kind of nods.
Okay. So with your investigation check, you find most of the same type stuff. Shields, hide armor, leather armor, studded leather. Basically any
Everyone, like, shit, didn't
mundane weapons and armor are here. So if you want to stock up on anything, you are more than welcome to. I will say from a mechanical perspective,
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna behoove me anyway.
I'm not making you track encumbrance because I don't give a fuck, just as long as you're not stupid about it. However, you will be tracking ammunition, rations, water, because from here on out, you do not have a bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you intend to hide it in some way. So it tries to escape Shikuna's notice. That is up to you.
I am bringing a bag within 2 inches within 5 miles of the Bagman. No, thank you. Did we establish that we can just make bolts and arrows?
Aller can.
You can. It does take silver pieces and materials.
Mm-hmm. I got him. I'm looking for more silver bolts for the quiver.
Are we, question, also allowed to hunt for food if we need to?
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll just take time. Would that be a nature check, or what kind of check would that be?
Nature or survival.
Got
Is
it.
there like a locker where we can put all our shit?
Yes, there are a couple chests in here. There's a couple that are open and a couple that are closed and clearly locked. You can put your things in there, and there is a key in it, so you would have the key to the lock.
We give the key to Sly.
I have a question for my plants. Hey, do you guys want to come or do you guys want to stay here? It might be safer here, but I don't know when I'll get back, probably within a day or two.
We'll go with you, Dad.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm a dad!
You've been a father.
They never called me that before!
This is a milestone for all of you.
Well, now we level up, it's a milestone. Just kidding.
No.
Okay. How do you want us to how do you want us to write down what we're taking with us mechanically?
It's in your inventory sheet.
Yeah, anything mundane that you want to take with you, you can pull that from the item sheet into your inventory. You did also find, while you were kind of like searching around, 28 silver pieces. I've added them to the party sheet.
Well, no, I mean, like, I have a lot of stuff on my person. Like,
Alright.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just clicking uncarried. I'm sorry. Say again. I wasn't looking at your mouth.
About which part? Sorry.
About how are we? I'm sorry. I don't know how to word my question because I'm confused. Are we taking our items and putting them in the party sheet, or are we just like marking them as not carried?
You could just mark them as not carried, rather than moving everything to the party sheet and then trying to figure out what's what later.
I just wanted to make sure.
If it is uncarried, you do not have access to it. You will not have access to it.
Mm-hmm.
Rick picks up a backpack and a grappling hook.
Yep, there are those here as well. Backpacks, grappling hooks, rope. Pretty much anything mundane on the adventures table is available. The only things you will not find are antitoxin and potions of healing.
if you want to, you could also put saddlebags on me. I give you permission. because you let me wear the breastplate. I look at a lot.
Does it have nipples on it? Out of character moves?
No, it's not like
I know what you meant. I just wanted to make the joke because you said
it's
because
not
a
like
breastplate.
somebody took the top skin off like a shirt. It's more patchwork than that.
But what if you you know how Athelstan put moss on it? You know, like the Tom Selleck like chest hair, but it's moss.
I am not drawing that.
I
I
am.
refuse.
There's like a
I
treasure
am
trail
fucking
and everything.
refuse.
I am. Oh my gods. We need to talk, Maggie. Maggie, we need to talk.
Yes.
We're gonna make thirst art of Atlas, but he's gonna be all cute and blushy, like,
Yeah,
does it
ooh.
look okay? Are you sure it's gonna be okay for me to wear it? Should we ask all our blushing? Like the finger thing.
I'm gonna probably leave the blood spur buck here. I'm gonna leave the old leather armor I'm not wearing here.
I'm gonna leave all the porn books that Mina had Athelstan buy her.
That's probably smart.
Maybe the shortest one he'll keep with him, just in case she gets bored.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll figure that out.
What else is heavy?
And don't forget, you'll need to pick up rations and stuff as well,
Mm-hmm.
unless you want to rely on hunting. All of that, again, is available. Like, it's all there for you.
Yeah,
I've been carrying the... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you keep going.
I've been carrying the leaf engraved orb just because that was like something standard that we had put together. Can I posit that the where she put a ring on it is his focus?
Not yet.
Okay. Can
I'm
the orb be
having
worn around his neck?
The
Can
way
Atlas
that
even fucking use a bedroll?
Or is it a globe size?
we actually
like a
had this
snowflake?
discussion in session 2, Alice,
did?
Yes,
Oh.
you did.
about the bedrolls, and it's a horse. It's like a horse blanket and like
Okay.
a padding, like a padded
your
thing.
rug.
Yeah.
It's your rug. I
Uh,
wanted my rug. I wanted a heap of rugs.
as for the focus, the way like mechanically it's supposed to work is you actually have to hold it. So you can wear it around your neck, but it's still going to need a free hand to touch in order to cast a spell.
We've been playing fast and loose with that, haven't we?
Yes. It's not super critical, but it also kind of... The assumption is if you have like a shield and a weapon in one hand, you basically tuck the weapon away in order to grab the holy symbol or the orb to cast
Probably
a spell.
just like the arm blade, since that's like in and out. Anyway, yeah, it's probably how he does it. You're right.
How many saddlebag I can wear?
2. Unless you're taking your plants, and then 1.
Okay.
Didn't we gotta fashion like a little like sling, like a baby Bjorn for the plants or something like that to hang off either side of his
Alright,
ass. You know how like how Alana does with the cat?
He's already got that.
That's true, isn't it?
Yeah. I built it myself on the 3D printed model I made.
It's really cool.
Everybody mini check. Has everybody had their minis?
It's upstairs.
Mine's upstairs.
Okay.
It's sitting here.
Next time.
What's the Zabala putty do? What the fuck?
Everything that a ball
Everyone's
of
just-
putty does.
Everyone's just going through their inventory like, wow, I forgot I had that.
Yep.
It's like when you empty out your purse.
No, I
Me,
do this
literally every time I look at my inventory.
Question. Pertinent question, I feel.
Yes.
How, based off of what we're looking out into the jungle,
Yeah, we're good there.
where are the mists within sight? Or would we think that the mists are something that we're possibly going to encounter out there? Because I know I know that's not like leaking like it is in Darkon. I just want to make sure that we're not near like a border or something like that.
From where you are, no. You can't identify any sort of mist wall.
Because I'm trying to decide if he's going to leave the talismans behind.
I was wondering the same thing about mine.
Ulrich
Like
has his in his pouch. So
Is there a way to just search for mundane items in here?
Yes. Hang on. I think I've got that pinned somewhere.
It just goes like for rarity. It just has like I think common's the lowest one.
One moment, please.
He's like talking to Sly. He's like, she likes this book. Should we? Wait, hang on. Let me look here. There was one that I liked the title of. He's like, should I bring a rogue's time on the unblushing appraisal of the king, or should I bring the vault in our stars and Illithid's guide to love for Mina? Like, she never really expressed whether or not she had a favorite between the two. It's just like filling time.
Maybe you should bring the personal care for adventures out, Stan.
Personal care for adventures. I think that's already there. Wait, hang on. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, it's already there. Oh yeah, I'm taking that, of course. That just makes sense. Alice, do you think I've made sure that a few of us have stayed hygienic?
Breeze's prestidigitation.
Don't tell me that if I read this book, Affy, that I'm gonna learn prestidigitation.
I don't
Sly
know.
says that, just immediately start reading the book. He's like, and maybe he stops and he's like, you know what, you're right. And he starts and he like sits to read for a bit. Because he knows he can get stinky. It's like a musk. Very animal. It's like a wet dog sometimes, especially if he's actually wet.
Let's be real, y'all get stinky.
Yeah.
Who's
We wear
this
leathers a
with?
lot. In the jungle. Didn't I tell you? Not to wear 20 pounds of black leather in the jungle. Cotton, I said. Cotton
I would like
breed.
an elephant. Just kidding.
I love George of the Jungle.
Me too.
Rubber tree. Always good for clothesline. We stand Brendan Fraser here.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Breeze, you doing
Mhm.
anything?
Grab some rations. Use some stuff that I don't need anymore.
Okay.
Slash will pick up when we.
Do you want us to put
get back.
rations in our character sheets, or are we assuming that we are grabbing rations to sustain us for a few days?
You're going to be counting them, so.
Okay.
And I
How many-
also,
I didn't mean to do that.
I also put the items list from the player's handbook that you would have access to.
Sorry.
You're okay. Kind of be conservative with it. You're not going to get things like a carriage or crafting tools or anything like that, but you will get things like gear and equipment. There's no antitoxins, there's no healing potions.
Were there healers kits?
No healers kits.
Oh.
Should I leave this tent behind that I've been carrying around since we started?
Just leave
No,
that.
since we have the
Oh, leave
bubble.
that.
Well, it might get pretty intense.
Especially if we can keep
Thank you,
Maggie,
that
You
went
bet-
over my head and came back around and hit me in the head.
every time I end up face palming, one of these days I'm gonna give myself a concussion.
It's a
Please don't do that. We can't see you, for one thing. And number two, nobody's close enough to help you.
Except Agni.
Type Agni.
He's busy.
Yeah, we'll call Agni.
Is Agni going to help though?
Maybe?
It's like, what are you gonna do for me?
I would ask Yinrik if he knows where we could find a map of the forest.
We can't get that until
We're getting
until
that.
right before the ceremony.
Oh, okay.
Didn't we also get that one map anyway?
I have that one map from Ocello,
Yeah.
the big
Wasn't
one.
that map shite?
No.
No,
No.
she almost tore it in half.
Yeah.
We laid it on the floor. Athelstan puts his hygienic book away. How to clean your balls.
It's an important book.
It's a very important book. Always clean your foreskin. Jeez. Wash your ass. It's good advice.
Anybody else doing anything to prepare themselves before they descend from the huts in the tree?
I would like to check in with Gabriella.
Okay.
Ulrich is trying to figure out exactly how many days we were supposed to be there, out in the woods.
It doesn't have like an end time. It's just until everyone is dead or at the shrines.
Yeah, so
That
we could be
was-
out there for a while.
Eternity.
Depending on how like your survivability. Depends. What is the message you send to Gabriella?
Checking in again. Where are you? Did you make it to the border? Are you safe? Participating in Trial of Hearts. If you need help, let me know. Cabbages.
Oh, my head. Love, save me. My goodness. I think I'm in Barovia. Familiar in that way. I'm in a cave somewhere. I haven't determined where I am yet.
Okay. Eli breathes sort of a sigh of relief, but also not.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else?
The standard quiver holds 20 bolts, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I have 40 altogether, so 20 silver and 20 crossbow bolts. So
Okay.
I'm gonna assume that just in case, that's fine.
You're-
But we'll probably be able to construct them.
You're not really paying anything at this point. You've been given free reign,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't have to deduct any gold or anything. The silver would be only if you're constructing them in the field.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I
Atlas
dropped
goes
all
to the
my kit.
bathroom.
Okay. So, with everybody kitted out, you descend down from the treetops. Shakuna follows. Yana meets you down there, perched on the back two haunches, with the front one sort of tippy-tapping over a branch.
I forgot who that was for a second, and I was like,
Eli sort of like nervously tucks her cloak behind her.
Shakuna, are the other hunters aware of what you have planned?
Oh, yes. They're all aware.
Okay. And the general consensus?
They know what they are getting into.
I just need to know if there is going to be an attempt to stop us from doing something like that.
Not from anyone present.
In the camp here?
Correct.
Alright.
How many hunters did you say were here already?
I believe at the last count. Gonna actually make me count. Motherfucker.
I thought it was like 10 or 12.
There are currently 5 hunting parties and my own.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Do you have... So, wait, no. We already knew that she was going to be participating. Is there any coordination that we can speak of? Strategy, something?
In what way?
We both essentially want the same thing here. We want to capture and I get what I want, you get what you want.
That is correct.
Can we coordinate during the hunt? I know that we are
No.
already going to be coordinating. Is that forbidden?
Once the hunt begins, no party can join with another.
Not join, but
Or
work together.
coordinate with another.
So either you speak not to them, to other parties, or you destroy them. Is that the rule.
You may speak with them if you wish, but working together is forbidden. Kill them if you like, or simply move on. It is up to you.
I have no interest in killing.
What if we become a big party?
That is true.
I feel you will be hard-pressed to convince all and sundry to join your cause.
We're really nice, I think. Keelai, we're nice, right? You joined us.
I wouldn't expect all of the hunting parties here to join us. I am talking specifically about you and yours.
Oh, I have no interest in joining any hunting party other than my own.
Figured as much, but you can't blame a fellow for trying.
I will give you that.
So if we were to split into like two groups, one going one way, one going the other, we wouldn't be able to then come back together and work together. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
We wouldn't be
So
able to
we're not
coordinate.
splitting up.
We can't do that. We can't split up until we are established. So we are established as a team when we enter, but as a team, once the hunt begins, are we able to move independently of one another?
Of course, provided
Can
that
we-
your
can
goal
we
remains the same,
Split the party. Yes. Can we split the party, as it were, as they say?
if you wish.
Okay. Very well.
Are you bringing Trixie, Keelai?
You can't leave her in the armory. She'll eat somebody.
I ask Trixie if she wants to come with.
And we're not putting her in the chest with our stuff. I don't.
Not really.
Okay. If I leave you here, will you promise not to eat anybody and cause trouble?
I promise.
Insight check.
Go for it.
He fucking hates this box.
Just being truthful.
Insight.
He still thinks that she's lying. Because she can't possibly be truthful. But she's telling the truth, but nah. It's a facade. Like half truths. It's not technically a lie.
Up to you.
I mean, I'm not gonna make her go. If she doesn't want to go, I'm not gonna make her go.
We support bodily autonomy here in the Bacteria, including if you are a crossbow bolt-shaped box.
I feel like you could probably help us, but I'm not gonna make you go if you don't want to go.
I'm not very, very fast, and
Got a speed of 30. You're fine.
but I can't go any faster than that. That's kind of it.
She doesn't provide anything for your AC. It's fine if she stays here. And he glares at her. He glares at her, yeah. Wait, out of character moves. Does wearing that on her head provide Keelai with an AC bonus?
No.
That would be funny. It's like wearing a bucket.
If
on her
anything,
head.
it would be more of a hindrance, because once it was no longer a crossbow bolt container, it got big.
Oh. Have it
Yeah.
morph into a helmet.
She's
like now.
It's amorphous.
She's one of those big ones. She's one of the big ones.
Yeah.
So
She can go from tiny
Big.
to large.
yeah.
But she could eat people out of
I
character
can't.
mode.
And she just
Okay.
can stay tiny, but that's not convenient for her at all.
I would stay out of the lodge if I were you. You're gonna get eaten by something. So maybe be a bush or something here and eat squirrels. But please don't eat any humanoids. And if we survive, we'll come back for you. Otherwise, you are free to go do whatever it is that your kind does. I will understand if you're not here when we get back.
That's a very polite way
Okay.
of counting.
I hope you don't die.
Yeah, me too. I've already
if
done
you're-
that twice, at least. But yeah, I'm not gonna make her go if she doesn't want to go. So
We have 10 books.
shrink that party down just a little bit for you there.
Like,
Look,
Yep.
you were the one that gave her to us, okay?
You didn't have to keep her.
her.
We could have killed it and been done with it. But the chat
We
named it.
couldn't have because that list would have been sad. So no.
Would he have been sad at trying
Yeah.
to kill him?
No, he would have been sad because he cast Charm Monster on it, so we didn't have to kill it.
Yeah, exactly. So I hereby absolve you of whatever sort of bond you think you have from us. Go live a full life out in the jungles. I wish you well. May you have lots of babies and whatever.
Athelstan just literally looks on in horror.
You watch her sort of like start dragging herself into the brush with her pseudopod.
That's
Mhm.
and thus eventually the beginning of the family tree of the one and only Jelemy.
No, that was the thing in the pond.
That too.
Yeah.
They meet.
They meet. That's how they meet. She goes back to it, and then they get to know each other.
When a mimic and a gelatinous cube fall in love, they create a plasmoid.
I mean,
They create a literal family tree because the mimic literally takes on the shape of a
Ideas.
tree.
Can I ask a question? How does Can I make an insight check on Trixie leaving? How does she feel? Like, what's her mood?
Sure, go ahead and make an insight check.
I'm very glad you asked that question, not the one I thought you were gonna ask.
Dirty 20. Seems fine. Kind of neutral about staying or going.
Okay, well then Atlas is happy for her. Take me home, country road.
Country gnomes to the place of my bone.
I have the bone. Remember? I showed
Bagman,
the.
man.
Okay. Well, let me give you a description of this new area you've entered.
Yes,
Thank
please.
you.
So at the base of the main tree, you find yourselves looking over a 3-scaled plateau towards a river. You can see that there are very rough-looking tents set up from where you are, and there is a lot of tree cover here. But you can also sort of make out a dock and some boats. Just like rowboats, nothing super fancy. You can also ignore the circle that I put on there. That was assuming that you are going into the bubble at any point.
The bubble.
Your
Oh.
bubble.
Oh. The zone of silence. The bubble of silence.
Yes.
Silencio,
Okay.
por favor. Silencio, Bruno.
You can also hear the sounds of chattering, and there's like a wet, muddy sound. You think it might be people walking on the bank, possibly. You can hear like grumbling, typical encampment sounds.
Oh God, why did that happen? Who are you? Get off my sheet. Get off my party. Get off me.
What would you like to do?
Oh,
Just look at Athelstan. Where do you want to start?
sorry, I was having a panic moment because I accidentally multiplied my coin purse in my pocket and there were several of them and I didn't know what to do. Okay, I'm better now. Minimize.
What
Enhance.
what
Enhance.
skill is insight supposed to be? Because I accidentally clicked on it and it went somewhere else. So
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
it's wisdom. Okay,
Mhm.
there we go. I accidentally made it in
We are all
intelligence instead. I'm like, oops. Clicking on stuff that I shouldn't be. Breaking my character sheet.
I will approach. I guess we will. I will look back at. Athelstan will look at Keli and just do the very gentleman-like. After you.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, for fuck's sake! And he starts walking towards another hunting party.
Okay. So the first hunting party that you come across appears to be 3 humanoids and this very strange looking creature. You haven't seen anything like this before. It is bipedal, but it only has 2 legs, like 2 limbs. It has a sort of extended mouth, but there's no eyes, and its mouth sort of looks like venoms. There are also 2 sharp points that go up its back that open a little bit. It's a very odd looking creature.
Thing?
I do. Just getting it ready for
I
you.
can't wait.
My
to see
brain
this.
is my brain is trying to build an image in my head that is not computing. So
Mine is very Adventure Time-esque. Oh my
Okay,
god, it's one of these things. I love these things. Oh my god, it's a fucking.
It's a
It's a shrieker. It's a
yeah. I
shrieker.
was gonna say a shrieker from Tremors.
It's Shrieker, my favorite film series.
It's a skin
Great.
puppy.
It's
Great.
not. Yeah, it's not actually a Shrieker. I forget what they're actually called.
In about 4 hours, it will evolve into an ass blaster.
Yep.
It's not very large. It's on the tiny side, but it's
It's a featherless chicken.
Can I
quite hideous.
No, it's beautiful. Why would you say such a thing? I am keeping. Can you send me a? I can't like copy and paste this picture. I would like a picture of this boy or something. Never mind. I'll look it up later. I'm making check to see if Athelstan has any knowing of what this is. So would that be history or nature?
This would be more of an arcana check.
Oh.
Or religion, if you want to go that route.
Ooh.
I'm not terribly versed in religion. I know only one god.
Flash of genius. 16.
16. You know that this is a demonic creature.
Yes.
It's literally a demon creature. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of information that you can deem other than I don't want that thing to bite me.
Athelstan is instantly in love with this thing. He stops and he walks up to the party. He's like, "Greetings!" and he sees him and he sees the demon and he smiles. Hello.
So the party that you walk up to seems to contain a woman in like a leather tank top and leather breeches. You can see that she's currently fletching arrows, just tying like the feathers to the back end. You can see a not quite a Goliath, but definitely a larger human.
A big guy.
A big guy.
He's a big little guy.
Yeah. And he's actually wearing full blue body paint, except for like a butt flap. Going back to the George of the Jungle. And the last one is a tawny skinned, kind of like hunched over man with a shaggy beard and hair kind of like held back by a bandana. And you can see there's like tattoos on his skin, but they've been done in white ink. And they look like octopi
hard.
suckers. And those are down both arms.
That's fucking sick.
What do they look like?
This is
Like octopi suckers, like when they leave the sucker marks behind,
hickeys.
essentially.
That's what I thought you said. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. So as you approach them, the blue one is the one that looks up at you.
Just introducing myself. I am Athelstan of House Rex.
I'm Char.
A pleasure to meet you, Char. Not
That's
very often.
Asteria. Points at the archer. Throgdur. Points at the guy with the octopi sucker marks.
Frogder.
And
What was
Fred.
the second person's name?
Fred.
Asteria.
Did you say Fred?
And
What?
Fred.
No.
Asteria.
Okay.
Asteria is the woman in
Okay.
the tank top. And Fred is the demon
Thank
thing.
you, chicken.
Wait, was that actually what you were going to name it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And he points out
Amazing.
Fred. Athelstan smiles and gives them all kind of a nod, and then he smiles at Fred, but not in like baring all the teeth kind of way, because he doesn't want to. Because as an animal himself, he does not want to make it as a challenge with his big pointy teeth. Fred is staring. So yeah. Okay.
It's more like Fred no stare because he doesn't have eyes.
Fascinating.
Wow. Wow.
It's like when you're walking along the street and you see someone walking a dog, and it's a dog, so like you're very excited about the dog. That's how Athelstan is looking at this thing right now.
I love Liz's delayed laugh.
Yeah, it's great.
It's confusing for her because she's like hearing me in real
Yeah,
time, but then
yeah.
the stream, and she's got her like earbuds in. Pleasure to meet you. I must say, Fred is a fantastic creature. Don't be sorry. Shush. Not you.
Just teasing you, Liz.
Yeah. Anyway, Athelstan I must say, it is a pleasure to meet you all. May your hunt go well. And Fred, you are a spectacular specimen. You are a spectacular creature of pointy teeth and capable of mass destruction. And he just like does chef's kiss. He looks back at Char, and he says, "I love him." Is it balking like a chicken? Oh my god.
Kinda, just a little bit more demonic.
I love it. I love it.
Demon chicken noises.
And the sort of like spikes that come out open up a little bit further like a butterfly's wings, and you can see there's all this sort of like viscera and blood coating the top of them, and it flutters a couple times and then closes them again.
Are truly a sight, Fred. And he looks at Char and Asteria and Frogder one by one, and he looks back at Char again, and he's like, not to be nosy, but brief synopsis on your meeting of this magnificent creature.
Oh,
Please.
Well, we went to hell.
Sick. Which level?
Yes.
One of those. It sucks being side characters in a main quest, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Cool.
Went down there, found this lake that had a bunch of trees around it, and found Fred on the ground. Guess he fell out of his earthing sack,
And he hit his little head,
I guess.
and so you raised him.
Yeah, he kind of imprinted on Throgdor.
You have kept Frogdor. You have been an excellent parental unit.
You look over at Throgdor and he's like,
He looks at. I'll look at we'll look at Asteria to see if she's on board with with this thing. Oh, she's got it. She's group mom. Got it.
no, she's
Or
the
Char
one that's
is.
making fun of Throgdor for being the
Oh, yeah.
group mom.
I get it. They went to hell. Excellent.
So it's just you and me when we hang out.
Basically.
What brings you to the hunt?
Seems like a good old time.
Excellent. We'll be hunting the Bagman.
Yep.
Have fun.
You too.
Right on. Thanks.
Sorry if we have to kill you.
I don't plan on dying, and I don't personally plan on doing any killing of other hunters. That's not why I'm here.
Shame.
I like you, Char.
I
If
once
we
heard
survive.
about a guy in hell. He got like kidnapped, and then like all of his skin was flayed off, and there was a belly button monster. Is that true?
Must have been in another layer. Sounds
Oh,
more like a
okay.
River of Hades thing. We were kind of around Avernus.
Okay. This is, by the way, a reference to Jeremy's.
Oh, okay.
That
I-
Bagman thing was
I
fucked
picked it
up. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
I was there for that episode in chat. Like, what the fuck?
If we all survive this, let's have a drink.
Absolutely.
Care for boxing?
Yeah, love fisticuffs.
I fist bump him. And we go. And I unless anybody else would like to speak to them.
As this is going on, Atlas is looking for any druidic symbols in the forest as we're shambling around, like a mound.
Sure, make a, oops.
I dropped that, don't worry.
Okay,
Put
I'm
that
like,
in
wait,
there.
what did I press? Shit.
No, you didn't press that. I put it in there because I just want to kind of get like a feel on the party in general.
You can make a perception or investigation check depending on how, like, in depth you're going to be on this check.
Do
Like,
I
are
notice
you-
Alice doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, Atlas isn't hiding. He's just looking around, like looking at plants.
Just like
Guidance.
over there, and up there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you got a D4 on that, Atlas.
Cool.
As for you, Athelstan, with your insight check, they probably will kill you if given the chance, but it's not personal. It's literally just the hunt.
Did my
Personal, it's just
D4
different.
roll or no?
No.
No.
Okay. Oh fuck, I might be lagging out slightly. Hold on.
No worries.
Kind of just like cocks an eyebrow.
There you go.
While I would appreciate a fun fight, I am here for much bigger reasons than that. I have a realm to save, so
Well,
Ten.
good luck with that.
Here we go.
Okay. The next tent you come to is a bit smaller, more of a two-man tent, but around it you can see these large balls of roiling flesh.
I have follow-up questions, but out of character follow-up questions.
What is on the screen?
That's just
Oh,
giving
no.
you the zoom in.
Ew.
Is that him? Is that?
Oh.
I hope that's not. I hope that's not him. I hope
Wait,
that's
what's
not
on
him.
the screen?
What was the other? What's
On the map.
Wasn't that thing's name Fred? Didn't she name it Fred at one point too? I forget.
I
Wait,
don't know.
what's red? Well, what are we looking at?
It's a mound of. It's a mound
mound
of flesh.
Wow.
Where?
It's a mound of on the map.
Oh, over here. Yeah, we fought one of those before.
So
Is
it's
that the
just
one Breeze got trapped in?
No.
so it's just
These
chilling
were
out.
blocked
That
by
thing
the
is just chilling outside out of the second tent.
There's two of them, but yes.
Oh. As we're kind of slowly walking by, Athelstan just kind of like does like the wave, you know, like
The old Midwest greeting.
yeah, sup.
Thanks, you can see like the body parts that are moving in there, and you think maybe one of them waves at you, but again, they're kind of like rolling all over themselves, kind of a corporeal mass that's held together by clearly necromantic magic.
Is there where's the puppeteer?
You don't see them.
All right. Greetings. Athelstan. My name is Athelstan. Just getting to know fellow hunters. I honestly am not sure.
Oh no, she's hot.
Oh.
A woman
you-
steps out of the tent, and you can see that she's wearing dark robes, and there's purple magic kind of billowing around her, almost like a cloud. And behind her steps out
She
a
has
half
cloak of
giant.
billowing. Sorry. Sorry, say again.
Behind her steps out a half giant. who just sort of like looms behind her. This one seems to be alive?
Question mark?
Question mark? As far as you can see.
Athelstan does the two-finger wave again. So,
Hello. Who are you?
my name is Athelstan. Just kind of passing through, getting to know, saying hi to the fellow hunters for the solstice.
You're looking for weaknesses.
No, honestly, I just want to recognize and be nice to be fairly congenial to others, since I don't personally have a living vendetta or want to just needlessly kill people while on this hunt. I have a very distinct objective in mind,
I see.
and which is the Bagman, personally.
Oh, I'm quite excited to meet him.
I'm sure you are, as well as your compatriots.
Yeah.
And your name? Since I gave you mine.
Praxis.
Does that sound familiar?
Access?
You can make a history or arcana check.
As this is going on, you know, like when you're seeing a scene like in a movie and like the two main characters are talking, but you see characters in the background. Atlas is trying to shake a hand with the skeleton.
And they're playing like they're playing sticks.
30-20.
Eli, you have heard of Fraxis?
I rolled an 18.
You've heard of Fraxis as well, mainly from your travels in the carnival. Fraxis is a renowned necromancer. They have worked with the likes of Agni Amuna II in the realm of Faerun.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And Athelstan is literally just oblivious.
Does the skeleton shake my hand back?
There's no skeleton. It's just this sort of like roiling zombie horror
I
that's
they
just in a
were
ball.
They were just like referencing the picture that you had because
Okay.
she has
Currently,
some
there are no
companions.
skeletons.
Okay, I try to shake the big mound of flesh's hand that.
I gently place a hand on Atlas as he does, like on his flank as he does that, just to like kind of, reassuringly that he's not alone, but also to like jerk him back if it tries to absorb him.
And I will say, she's worked with Dez. Because that's what chat has demanded.
Jeremy demanded that?
Just
Yes.
saying, I know her. What kind of no? Is that just lowercase no or uppercase no?
This
Des
is
knows everybody. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
sort of gestures over her shoulder. And this is my bodyguard, Schlack.
Schlack. Any relation to Schmorglag the Orc Lad? Half giant, half crazy party man. He's been around.
No.
Excellent. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Out of character moves, I'm assuming that Athelstan, upon seeing this half giant, who's possibly alive, we all know that it would really hurt if he punched one of us, right?
You can make an insight or...
No, I'm just assuming that. I don't want to actually.
You
think
can
about
assume that, sure.
Well,
What do you plan to get out of the hunt?
the Bagman, of course.
Oh, lovely. I guess we have the same goal in mind.
Oh,
I
well,
don't.
I will be sorry to kill you.
I
At
don't.
least you can join my army.
I don't have plans to. I just need information from him. I don't care much about what happens to him.
Oh,
So you are more than welcome to do what you would like to do with it. I'm just saying that I'm just here to learn things because I'm trying to fix a whole realm that's falling apart. So that's just me.
I'm here to learn things as well. But I find people give up their information a lot faster when I command their mind when they're dead.
Beautiful. So if you end up getting to the Bagman first, and we meet up after this, if we're all still alive, would you like to grab a drink and we can have and maybe have like a chat? I've already got like a boxing. I already got like a congenial bare knuckle match planned with Char back there.
I think you would do much better in my plague spreaders.
So is that a no?
Maybe.
I'll buy you a drink.
I don't
You
drink.
know,
I'll buy you some juice. I don't know. Or do you just
Blood?
not
You
drink?
know,
Period.
Okay.
Very well. You have a lovely hunt.
Blood?
do you know of a Stani named Dez?
Yes. Quite the
I
little
don't-
prick, if I recall.
Yeah, sounds
Oh,
about
he's
right.
Yeah, that
like
sounds
average
about him.
size.
Immediately,
Sounds
Epistan
about
is
right.
like wondering if she meant a prick or like a prick.
Yes.
Yeah, thought so.
Sounds
Burger.
like our Dez.
Oh, have you ever? I know he's looking for a Brazilian beaver, but he's only found Spanish ones. Have you seen a Brazilian beaver?
What's Spanish?
I don't know. Apparently,
We don't know
Spanish
either.
exists because it was referenced previously out of character.
Oh. I don't know.
Would you? I guess you would have one in your army if you've seen it. You have a really big, cool army. I
They
hear.
are very cool. I call this one righty, and this one lefty.
How did I know that was gonna?
Hi righty, hi lefty.
So what happens if lefty ends up on the right and righty ends up on the left?
And he's righty, and he's lefty.
Ah, versatility. I appreciate that in a woman. Have a good hunt.
Bye-bye now.
Bye bye.
I am deeply disturbed after that.
You're welcome.
I think this is the second most disturbing character Appy's had, besides the doll in the fucking haunted
I
house.
mean, the damn thing that's riding around in my head?
Yep.
Party
Well,
three.
We're gonna have to kill them, aren't we?
Probably.
If she tries to kill us, then we're probably going to have to either. Well, we could run away, and if we can't run away, then we will probably have to do something like that. But I'm trying to stay alive, and I wish that all of you would try to stay alive. So, eyes on the prize.
I mean, I don't think anybody's trying to die.
I know, but sometimes
Actively,
not.
maybe
Well,
die.
he stops and he kind of like as we're walking, he kind of looks at Breeze and he looks down at them and he says, "Actively trying not to die is not necessarily the same as trying to stay alive." He keeps walking.
Priest doesn't get it, but okay.
Out of character moves would probably be the best if we wanted to take somebody out to do her first. Although she is also trying to get the Bagman, but I mean, the more people die, the stronger she gets.
Yeah, I know. So, but that I'm sure that'll be a confrontation that'll if it happens early, we gotta. There's always a possibility to end something without conflict, but it's not likely.
Yeah, have you met us?
Oh shit, I forgot to do my... I don't even think I need to make an insight check on this woman. It's quite plain. She wears everything that she thinks and wants on her sleeve, considering that she's got two gigantic pulsating mounds living outside of her tent right now. I don't need to roll an insight check. She's dangerous, and she will make salami out of me. Let's go.
But cats can have a little salami.
Can cats have salami?
No, it's just a meme. I don't know if they can or not. I don't own cats. I'm allergic, but I love cats. If you got pictures of your pets, go to our Discord.
Pay the pet
Pet
tax.
channel. Post pictures of your pets. I will really like them. I love cats.
The pet tax. The pet tax.
Go
Tess is glaring at me from over the
I'm
top of
gonna
my
go
monitor
insight
right
on her
now.
to see what she might want with the Bagman.
You
Would
ask
she
her?
like the company?
Add him.
Sure. I feel like
his
that's
army.
reasonable.
Apparently,
He can travel through bags. Anywhere he wants to go, as long as there is a bag there. That would make growing and moving my army very, very easy. And it
Where are
helps
you
that none
from?
of them need to eat or sleep or breathe.
Where are you from, if I might ask? As we're like, he stops. He's like, "Where are you from? Did you say?"
Faerun.
Okay.
You recognize the name. Slice said she's from there.
Yep.
I
So is
think
Ulrich.
Eli's been there too.
How'd you end up here?
I don't remember.
And we're going, and we're growing, and we're going. Let's walk away from the creepy lady.
Oh, we already had, but apparently. we
Yeah, I
didn't.
thought we had two, but so that was just retcon stuff.
Okay.
I have a feeling like Athelstan's like dragging Atlas.
He's like, please, 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 please.
Goodbye, Lefty. Bye, Righty. Bye, Praxius.
Schlack,
Goodbye.
Praxis, and Schlag.
So you've got 3 tents left. There's one sort of tucked in behind where this necromantic individual is, and there's 2 on the lower tier. Which one do you want to go to?
The closest one, I guess.
What's this
Okay.
one?
Just assume we're making our way downtown, walking fast.
That's the thing.
Alrighty. So you
I
kind of
do not want to hug a mound. Thank you, dwarf.
you move in behind the necromancer's tent to the one in behind it, and you can see that there are 2 people sitting outside. Masculine, no shirts on, but you can see that there's like a scaled pattern on their shoulders down to their elbows.
Yuan T. Or Dragonborn. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, they're humanoid, as far as you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Not Yuan-Ti. They're human, more human-ish than a Yuan-Ti or a Dragonborn.
Then what's the Yuan T that has legs? Isn't that still Yuan? That's still
A
considered
Yuan-Ti
Yuan-Ti?
pureblood.
Yeah, that's what Aster is.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, go
these
ahead.
are bipedal, more human-ish than anything else. Both of them are shirtless, with like a bit of a mohawk, with like a big kind of like Elvis curl, but backwards at the front. One of them has a scar that goes from its forehead down to like its throat on the one side, and the other one has very obvious scarring on its back from like whipping.
So
Hello.
And they say hello at the same time.
it's not the first time he's seen something like that. He lived in Darkon Castle growing up, but there's probably all kinds of haunting things and going on over there. Anyway, what's up? I am Athelstan, just getting to know and he introduces the party and just get to know the fellow hunters. Yay, for the hunt. So excited.
We are the Hive.
The Hive, excellent. Just the 2 representatives of the Hive today?
No, there are more of us.
They don't have brain slugs, do they?
And they both kind of look towards the tent. And a few moments later, 2 more walk out. They look very similar.
What do they look like?
Show you a picture. The only thing that really changes on them are scars.
I love that shield. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The horseshoe crab shield, that's cool.
Yeah. The only thing that really looks any different are like scars and like bits and bobs of jewelry and stuff. But for the most part, they look exactly the same.
Are they, so they seem to all be somewhat like wearing like oceanic or like aquatic dwelling kind of jewelry like this individual is?
Yeah. Shark's teeth, like manta ray spines, that sort of garb. You can tell that they are very aquatic in nature. You think they may even be some sort of triton?
Mm-hmm. So some sort of triton, but based off of...
Where do you lot hail from?
Yeah.
The Sea of Sorrows, and all 4 of them say it at the same time.
Oh fuck.
The glacial ice water that comes from there is quite refreshing.
It's delicious.
And again, all 4 at the same time.
Does I guess I'll have to make a check. What I'm looking for here are aspects, similarities even, between, for like with the magics and whatnot of carbon copy.
Okay.
Like, do they seem mishmashy or like a born race? I'm not sure exactly what he's looking for, but
Make an arcana or nature check. Medicine, maybe.
holy sh!
Keely doesn't know shit.
If it was a poor roll, I'll use inspiration.
You can choose to roll that if you want.
Oh yeah, I've got some of that. I'm gonna use that.
Yep.
I should have rolled in the tray. I meant to roll in the tray, but I totally forgot. It was just like I've been throwing them in the tower, but I think I just gonna leave it like that is.
19.
Okay. You can tell that I will say Keli, Alaric, and Athelstan, you guys can tell that these are either quadruplets or some sort of cloning happened here, but you're not totally sure. It's still very disconcerting because everything they have said to you so far has been in tandem.
Is there a queen of the hive, if I may ask? I'm not trying to be too nosy here, just curious.
No, it's just us.
And what's your business with the Bagman?
We come to hunt. The target doesn't matter.
Do you come every time?
Others did. They're gone now.
Previous generation?
Brothers.
Where in the Sea of Sorrows are you from?
The water.
So you know
Yeah, look
George
into that.
and so you know George?
Yes.
What do you think of
He's an
George?
he's an interesting creature.
We've met George.
50 years ago.
Oh, very interesting.
God damn it.
Have you ever met a cat named Charlie?
We have met cats before.
One named Charlie? He's
What
kind of
about-
orange.
We do not know their names.
Okay.
One particularly pissed off flock of seagulls.
Oh.
Are all seagulls not pissed off?
I was going
That's
to say
true.
something along those lines, Keli, but I do know
Do you
what
not
you're talking
speak
about.
to animals?
No.
Okay. Did you guys ever, like, are you guys friends with George, or do you fight George, or?
He is our protector.
That's cool.
And his
He's
mother.
very big.
But is he your maker?
No.
There's no that would work.
And his mother.
She is the queen.
They are never going back to the Sea of Sorrows. Fuck
Queen
that
of
place.
the Queen of the Sea?
Charlie again.
The queen of sorrow.
Do we know that the Queen of Sorrows exists? Out of character moves? We ever heard of this? I don't think so.
We know
No.
that his mom exists, but we didn't
Yeah, we know his mom exists, but we didn't know that she was a queen with a Kween.
Yeah, it's Queen. I'm gonna drop a history check.
Ah, Georgina.
This is
Nada.
this
Nothing.
is his mom, Freya's patron's mate.
I
I
don't
can't
want
fucking
to.
remember his. Can't remember his name.
That's some
Hydrox.
jigsaw shit.
Hydrox. There we go.
It's Jorge.
I was thinking hide something, and I'm like, no, that doesn't sound right.
Ah, very well. Wait, hang on. Ever been to New Tempest?
No. It's weird there.
Yes. Yes, it is. In his mind, since they said that, they're okay in his book. Freaky, but okay. It was very nice meeting you. Have a happy hunt. I am simply here to, I have no interest in needless slaughter, so have a good one.
Don't enter the water.
Oh, thank you
No
so much for the
kidding.
advice.
Ugh.
We
Remind me of
actually
the
kind of learned that out in the jungle anyway. The whole, gelatinous cube spawn. That's a cocktail nobody needs. At least, not that I need, personally. Whatever floats your boat.
Water normally does that.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah, like do the nudge nudge with Atlas, and we're just like,
Yeah, and then Atlas whispers, we're not gonna die, right?
I am really, 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 really going to try hard to make sure that you do not die, Atlas. And that
What
none
if
of us
we
dies.
what if we take all the fighters and push them in the water?
Take all the what?
The fighters and we push them in the water.
If they try to kill us, we might just have to.
Yeah.
those four reminded me of a couple of twins I met at a hotel about 2 years back.
Oh no.
Where were you? A hotel?
You met some twins, huh?
Okay, I'm guessing this is the beginning of party number 4. Hate is the word picture, Effie. Aw.
Moving to tent number 4, you see there is a fully armored person, probably about 4'10", sitting on an overturned log. They have a massive greatsword kind of between their knees, and they're running like a whetstone down it.
So
And
we hear that before we hear that person.
yeah, as well as the rest of your senses, you begin to pick up this sort of musty fur scent as you get closer.
Mm.
And just as you're approaching, the tent flap opens and a massive, rotund bugbear waddles out. Puts his hands on his hips and looks down at the person sitting there. Well, what's your plan then?
We are simply going to do what we need to do
To get out of here. And you can see now, as you get closer, the person that's sitting there fully armored, they have a very feminine face, but you can see kind of like a soul patch down, like all the way down their neck, and it's bushy. It's not like the little like triangle. It's like a strip that's bushy.
Ooh.
You surmise probably dwarf.
I don't know how to spell
And
pussy.
they're just minding their whetstone, not looking up at the bugbear in front of them. Well, that's not much of an answer.
Merry meet.
The
Hello.
whetstone screeches to a halt, and they look up at you.
My name's Athelstan. Just introducing myself to fellow hunters. How's it going? And I introduce everybody else.
Lady
These days,
Estelle,
that's gonna get us in trouble.
this is
I'm
Kirk.
only
Kirk. Nice.
hello, Lady Estelle and Kirk. Pleasure.
Hello, Kirk.
The triplets
Oh.
are in the tent.
Triplets. Literally just 2 seconds ago.
My nephews. They're idiots.
Are they talking
Good.
sync?
Are they the little ones from Brave?
No, they don't speak in sync.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
They do fart in sync, though.
How do they do that?
I assume eat the same meals at the same rate of digestion.
More or less.
Impressive. I don't know. I'm sorry. I couldn't help but overhear that you are attempting to escape from this place.
Yes, that's right. We didn't want to be here in the first place, but we got roped in.
He
How
kind of like
so?
cuts a look to Keli.
How so?
We came seeking a very precious flower. It can be used for medicinal ingredients.
Oh,
My friend Kirk's family is suffering with
Describe this flower to me. Sorry, he waits to say that. He waits to say that.
Okay. With a nasty skin infection. And it will be the only thing that we can ground down to help them. To cure what ails them rather than tend to the symptoms. They approximately 2 feet wide, 8 petals. Starts at a very deep violet, but fades out to white by the end.
Starts on
Good.
the end of the petals or in the middle?
The around like the actual like part where the bees eat,
Mhm.
that's purple, and then it fades out
Semen.
to white.
so it's like a giant morning glory, kinda?
Kinda?
Are the
Okay.
leaves
Nope.
variegated or
Using
unvariegated?
I rolled a 13. I'm using an inspiration to roll again. Come on, baby. Finally, 23.
22.
Uh,
But on the medicine end.
you're not totally sure what this is called, but you have heard of plants being used as medicinal ingredients. The fact that there are plants here that would be useful to some sort of medical problem seems pretty high. Yeah,
And Athelstan's?
same thing.
The flower itself, I mean, for the
Yeah,
nature
that's
check.
all you get. You don't know what it's called.
I don't know. I'm not looking for what it's called. I'm looking for if I can make it.
You don't think so. The plants that you make are generally mundane. This seems to be a little bit more,
Could he make it with
Nah.
Mina?
maybe?
Could I roll a roll to see if I've seen this plant somewhere before that they're describing?
Make a history
Or-
check
oh,
based on your
History?
adventures thus far. No,
Ooh,
you haven't seen
19.
anything like it.
Damn it.
Not on the path that you've taken.
Perhaps we can help each other. I
How
am
so?
here. Well, essentially, we are all here, a bit roped into it, as one might, as you say. I am here simply to gather information to try and save my home. I have no personal interest in slaughter, but I will slaughter those who try to slaughter me. I am somewhat in tune, you could say, with nature and this type of terrain. It's possible I might be able to help you.
Well,
Would you be interested?
depends on what kind of help you offer, because we found what we needed.
Oh,
The second we
But-
cut it, we were brought here.
Oh,
you have to pay. You have to pay
From
a
what
price.
Shakuna has told us, the flowers, those flowers in particular, are guarded and warded. They're very precious, obviously, for their medical uses, amongst other things. And our people treat them as sacred items. So by cutting it down,
So this is
So-
a punishment or payment. Is it punishment or payment?
we are redeeming ourselves in the eyes of the clan.
I'm assuming you've already spoken to Shakuna to the nature of your want and that.
We have.
did you get to keep the flower?
No.
No, I wouldn't assume so, especially if it's on sacred land. I mean, I understand where she's coming from, but there has to be some sort of deal that we worked out here aside from your redemption.
I don't know what bargain we could offer, because if you cut down the plants, you will find yourselves back here.
I understand that, but if an agreement was made with the people who protect this sacred plant, the sacred land around it, perhaps something could be done to make a barter or to do something in service for the sacred land or
That's-
participate in the hunt.
That's step 2. Step 1 is surviving the trial of hearts.
He
Once-
looks over at Chakuna over there,
She's
talking with her
just
people.
she's just sitting on one of the cliff edges with Yana beside her.
Yudrik, is this just like a thing that happens?
Let me check my book. Yes, those plants are very, very important to us, and there's a whole ritual.
How?
Well, there's a whole ritual to cut them down so we can use them.
When is that a specific date in place, or does it just happen as need rises?
As need rises.
So so is this ritual open to outsiders?
If they follow the proper procedures, yes.
What is the
but
proper procedure? Does it say that?
Not what they've done.
I understand it's not what they've done. That is assumed.
Obvious.
Yes, but is there I'm sorry that I keep interrupting. I'm trying to have patience. Do you happen to know the general procedure? Does paperwork need to be filled and filed, submitted, a request that goes from one office to another for specific stamps, a writ, a sign off from a judge and a court of jury, anything like that?
No, that would be ridiculous.
Of course.
No, they have to become part of the tribe.
Does
The
becoming
hunt
part-
allows them to do that.
Possibly. It would give them the option at the end if they survive. They would redeem themselves in that event.
in becoming part of the tribe, are they bound here forever?
No.
What are the responsibilities or would they? I don't know. He kind of looks at the fully armored 4'10" feminine individual with a goatee, and he says, "I'm sorry. I'm just." I'm excited about helping folks, I guess. It's something new that I'm trying out. I am assuming you've already talked about this with Chakuna and her people.
Yes, at length we've talked to her about it.
Okay.
And we have mentioned that time is of the essence, but she insisted on this blasted hunt.
Okay.
Chet wants to know if there's a training class we can take over a long weekend to get certified.
No, but if you send in $19.99 in 4 easy payments, you too can become part of the Chakuna tribe.
All I had to do to become to be ordained, an ordained minister, was ordain me on a website. So anything's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, Keelai can perform ceremony if we really, really need to get down to it, but
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Personally,
it's not just for weddings.
I don't fucking know. I didn't know that. I haven't played a cleric in 1,000 years. Back in 3.5, what can I say? It's a different dimension.
Yeah, it's for death rites and things like that too.
Very well. I don't know if I could make this flower. I don't know what I can do to help you other than there is strength in numbers. And if you're just trying to get through this alive, that's just basically what we're trying to do. But we're also being upfront about this. And he kind of glances at Keelai because it's a little nod because of the agreement that they had together, trying to be upfront. I'm here to fight the Bagman and to rend his secrets from his flesh. Apparently, I don't know how that's supposed to work.
I don't know what the Bagman is, so you do you, boo.
They didn't tell you about the Bagman?
Oh no, they did, but irrelevant. we're just
You
gonna
have
make
no
it to
interest
one of
in it.
the shrines and figure something out at that point.
Okay. So I'm assuming that is a no on the whole strength in numbers kind of thing, which I would understand. We are strangers.
Yeah, we can't really trust you at all, so
Aha. All right.
I
Well,
appreciate you offering to help us with this mystical magical plant, but we're good, thanks.
Wonderful. Sorry if I
But-
put a sour taste in your mouth.
No, we'll say this. We won't try to kill you if you don't try to kill us.
Have no plans to
Yeah.
do so.
Make an insight check.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's literally what I was going for too.
Yeah. I missed part of the conversation, but I assume it didn't go well.
No, she's just frustrated with Athelstan.
Look at those dice
Just-
flying across that
just-
board.
Because he's riding on this man savior syndrome or something like that. Which I fully recognize he's doing.
Okay. So from the rolls, Atlas, you think she's being very upfront about everything with you. She has no intention of hunting or tracking you guys down to kill you. They literally just want to survive to figure out what step 2 is.
Let's go, Athelstan. Leave them to it.
In the event that I can make this flower, where can I find you?
Well, we intend to head for the... let me get the name. 1 second. The Ankara Plateau, where one of the shrines is located. After that, we'll have to come back here to collect our things and figure out phase 2 of our brilliant plan.
How far away is Shakuna from us?
Up on the flip side.
Yeah, so you guys on this map would be... Just gonna move Sly. You're down here at this point.
Okay.
She's kind of like over here with Yana.
Have you seen the map of the shrines?
Yes. Yeah, we got one when we agreed and settled in for
Oh,
the
I
night.
forgot. We never actually agreed.
No, we need to get that from Shakuna like
She's right there, so we go there.
5 minutes ago. So,
Well, appreciate you. Thank you.
No problem. Good luck.
Cool.
Don't die.
And he stops when she says that, and he looks back and he's like, "Stay alive." And he can.
And there's-
walk on.
there's 2 other groups left after that?
Mhm.
Or just
Uh,
one?
Just one.
Okay.
Just
Well-
one, and it's George of the Jungle, randomly here.
It's George of the Jungle, played by Brendan Fraser. Brendan
Oh.
Fraser's in the house, y'all.
Yeah, he's right over here.
Yep. That beautiful man.
It'd be so amazing.
Oh my god.
Becky
can
would
you
Becky would
imagine?
die.
I love him so much. If anyone is mean to Brendan Fraser, you can go take a long walk off of a short pier.
He's on the couch with Liz.
All right.
They're doing
so
a cross stitch together.
Yeah,
What-
they're doing cross stitch.
what's next? Are you going to the last group or
Shakuna.
Shakuna?
Shakuna, real quick.
okay? You go to Shakuna, and
I
she's
thought it. Sorry, I thought it. Oh, I'm sorry.
okay.
I was just going to say that I thought it was implied that we accepted when he was like, "You want to coordinate?" Sorry about that. I thought that we had done it, so we are physically saying that we're doing it. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
You're fine. So she is again kind of sitting on the edge of one of the plateaus. She's got one arm leaning on Yana. Yana's got their front paws over the edge of it and just kind of doing the
Biscuits.
bear
Mickey Kitty
biscuits. Yeah, bear
Big
biscuits.
old, big old murder beans. I love this.
But as soon
animal.
as you approach, the tentacles over to you.
Just sort of stay behind Athelstan just a little bit.
He's very excited. He's always very excited to see. He's very excited to see this creature.
He like super jazzed to see one of these things up close, but
Oh, yeah,
like
but
he
you're
also
also wearing
realizes she's wearing one,
I'm
so...
pretty sure they already know, but that's fine. Jakuna,
Yes.
we accept your terms.
Oh, good.
Can we have a map, please?
You may. And she reaches into her bag and pulls one out for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It looks very similar to the one you already have. However, this one has 2 red markings on it.
Oh, lovely.
So give me a moment. I will mark that on your actual map.
And
We
I'm terribly
mark-
sorry.
As Athelstan says that we accept this, does it feel like we just made a bargain with somebody?
Make an insight check.
While this is going on, can Atlas also use his writing utensils to make a mark on the other map we have with the X's so that they both have the
Smart.
same? Yeah,
Absolutely.
in case we end up
23.
splitting the party.
Oh wow, those are far apart.
23. Okay. So you... Sorry, I
have
forgot
a
the question.
white box.
My
Does
brain
it feel like we just made a bargain with somebody? Like a magically binding bargain?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it does.
I don't have anything on my...
Hang on, I'm sharing it.
I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Oh, ooh.
Jeremy is demanding that we make him cry.
I stab
And
Atlas in the throat.
suddenly,
Sorry.
creatures erupt from your navels.
I don't think that's the kind of cry he meant, but sure.
No, Fred!
Oh, Jesus, those are nowhere near each other.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
What's the mileage rank on that, or kilometers on that? How far away is that shit? And we are on the Pantera Lodge. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. It is not a short trek.
Which one's which? I'm
Right.
assuming the Akara Plateau is on the Scars.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
And what's the other one called again? I'm sorry.
You're
Kiru
okay.
Island.
Huh?
Kiru Island. It's just off the coast of Kiru Island. In the lower left hand of the map.
And that's what the shrine is called?
It's just marked as Kiro Island.
Oh, okay.
I have a feeling that if we go towards Kiru Island, we're gonna meet those 4 mindless quartet again.
Oh, yeah, 1000%. It's going to be pick your poison at this point. But
If we go to the other one, we're going to run into the necromancer.
my issue is that I don't necessarily want to go anywhere near the water if we can help it.
Already
You're
the
in
middle of the
very
lake.
heavy armor. That would probably be bad.
Every time we go near the water, we have problems.
Yeah, that is true. Hey, Laura, can the boomstick swim anyways?
Oh,
And we found out on our way out of the Sea of Sorrows, right, that all of the waters in the domains are connected.
Correct.
That's where Kilai's concern is at. That not only are we going to be dealing with hunters, but we've got stuff that probably is looking for us.
Oh, the seagulls. No, I mean
The-
like scary wraith lady.
Yes, the seagulls are the worst of it. For sure, the seagulls are the worst
seagulls!
of it. Not to mention George
Not
and that
fun.
creepy captain.
I said
Creepy
seagulls.
captain.
George's mom.
Stop it now.
Yeah.
The queen of the
George's
Sea of Sorrows.
mom has got it going on.
But
I
the other way through the forest and all that fun stuff is we have to deal with
Emotional damage.
like what your little friend from the other day said. I'm assuming that they meant quicksand and other things
Oh, yeah.
because they said sands, and I'm assuming that means quicksand. So at this point, it's sort of which direction do we want to fuck around and find out,
I assumed it was.
or do we
already
want
that.
to split the party?
I
Do
feel
we
like
want to risk it?
I can't help but feel that splitting the party is an incredibly stupid thing to do.
I think it would be a bad idea to split the party.
Also, I feel like we're neglecting to remember the fact that we traveled through this jungle to get here. We may
There's
not have-
also. Sorry, there's a
It's okay.
delay. I'm sorry.
That's all right. We may not have seen everything that the jungle holds for us, but we've been here. We can do this. I believe.
I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about, say we pick one of the shrines to start heading for, and the Bagman goes the opposite way. I don't want to split this party up, but I'm worried that we might have to.
We're not discussing this in front of Shakuna.
Okay.
We'll figure it out, I guess, when we have to. I mean, we have 2 main healers between you and I.
I'm going to be honest. I believe the Bagman would go towards the closest source, which from here would be the scars.
No matter what happens, we're chasing the Bagman.
Yeah.
We
That's
also
the
I
main
think-
objective. Sorry,
we also
Freeze.
don't know the terrain. Like, this isn't necessarily topographical. We don't know how many hills or extra climbing we're gonna have to do to get to the scars, even though it looks closer.
Trying to
Your
like
islands might
see
actually
the
be
square.
an easier get.
Is that mile measurement correct on there?
Yes.
Can't see
Okay.
the boxes that well. I'm just
I'm
counting.
I'm just darkening
every
them
box
for you.
is a mile, basically.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Oh, perfect. Oh, Affy, you are. Oh my God, I could kiss you.
18 miles.
Which creepy
to
captain were you
Hero
talking
Island.
about on the CSROs? The one that we met who had Charlie?
No, the one that was
No.
Calypso. I'm talking about the one that chased us out of the Sea of Sorrows.
Oh, okay, yes, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
9 miles to the scars. 18
And then a
miles to
climb,
Hero
I'm
Island.
assuming. Because it looks
Yeah.
like it's on a plateau. It says it's on a plateau. So that's a climb.
We've made the climb before. We got up here. We can do it again.
I honestly suspect more people will be heading towards the scars.
Yinrik, what? Okay, first of all, is this map, the one that she gave us, is it actually labeled like this?
Yes and no. It has a lot of the main markers, like, the Gasping Way, Yagura's Heart, the Scars, and Kara Plateau. It has pretty much everything. The only thing it doesn't really show is like the Sea of Shoals. It doesn't have like the same compass rose. The details
it-
are a little different.
Does the map we already had have the Sea of Shoals and everything on there?
No.
Okay. We'll make.
Yenrik.
I'll join with Atlas and like make the maps as identical as possible.
Yinrik, the Sleepless Forest. What is that?
It's a forest that doesn't sleep.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. Do you have any other details than that?
I haven't really traveled
Things
down
have
that way.
names. Okay.
I will
Things
assume.
have names like that for a reason, so.
I will assume a sleepless forest. It is unsafe to let your guard down any moment.
This whole place is that way.
Yes, but a lot of creatures typically sleep. If something that is always on the move, I find that to be much more dangerous. Athelstan wants to reach out to the green.
Okay.
Can he feel can he feel the green?
Absolutely, it's everywhere around you.
Yeah. Can he feel her in the green?
She's there.
Still a ways off, though, I'm assuming.
Can he feel... No, yeah, that's not necessarily what I'm looking for. Can he feel... By feeling... You know how when, You know how when you take... Say you're holding, like, the end of a rope, and someone takes up the other end, and the slack is picked up. Can he feel the tug on the green of others who maybe know it in a way that he has never known that anybody else could know? That doesn't make any sense. I said know a lot. He's basically worshipped the green by himself pretty much his entire life. Does he feel others
No.
alongside the green? Okay.
Let's go meet this last group, and
Yes.
we'll discuss this, because we have kind of a choice to make now.
The choice depends on the Bagman. But let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. It's gonna be okay, Sly.
I hope so. So you move to the
Party
last tent, and there is no one outside of it currently.
Low. Anybody around?
The tent flap kind of shifts, and you can see sort of grayish purple fingers curl around it and lift it up.
He signs as he speaks. Hello.
And a 6-foot tall, slender woman is standing before you. Elven ears, long white hair, very piercing, dark blue eyes.
Is she hot?
A drow.
She has
Familiar
helps.
in any way?
I was gonna ask if she was a Vistani.
No, she pierced. Well, you don't really know, but
Just based off of what Des told us about Vistani.
looks like a drow.
Yep.
She familiar in any way?
Doesn't appear to be, other than drow. Yes. What can I do for you?
I asked nothing. Just getting to know fellow hunters. My name is Athelstan.
I am
He
Zevra.
introduces to everybody. Sorry.
That's okay. My name is Zevra.
Zevra?
Zevra.
Why the fuck does that name sound really
Yeah,
familiar?
that's literally what I just thought.
Where are my notes?
Zevra?
Zevra.
Not Ezra. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's it.
Zebra.
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 But any of us have heard that name before?
I'm throwing a history check in the tower.
Never know.
It sounds familiar. Why? does it
Dirty
sound
20.
familiar?
No, doesn't ring a bell.
Can I make an insight check to see if that's her name?
Sure.
Are you who you say you are?
23.
Are you
Seems
a
to
cop?
be accurate.
You have to tell me if you're a cop. I can't believe you just rolled a
Tell me if you're a
23 on me.
Kargat.
Ah, Kargat. Yeah. Oh, God. Ugh. Zevra. No, not Zephra. Zev with a V, I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay. All right. What brings you on this hunt?
That is
Just in a getting to know you kind of manner. I'm not trying to
Posture
meddle in
check.
your affairs.
Posture check.
I
Sorry,
posture.
why are you asking?
I just out of congenial curiosity. I'm not here to meddle in your affairs.
Then why ask?
I figure getting to know folks and whatnot to possibly find that we have common goals could be beneficial.
Doubt your goals align with ours.
Okay.
Trying to save a domain?
No.
Okay. We're just here to get some information from the Bagman. So, just putting that out there. Have no interest in slaughter, needless slaughter, so
Don't
figured
get in
I'd-
our way, and we will not get in yours.
don't plan on.
Good.
But it's hard to know if I'm in your way. If I'm not entirely sure where you're going with this.
We have
Just
no
saying.
interest in the Bagman if that is your goal.
Okay, cool. Just asking. Just, I'm not trying to posture here. Just trying to. I get it because we just did a posture check. I'm not trying to posture or puff out my chest here or anything. Just getting to know who I'm going to be sharing this hunt with.
Well, you've provided quite a bit of insight yourselves.
I'm sure we have. It's putting us in equal ground, I suppose.
And it looks past you at the rest of your troop.
He did introduce everybody. I made sure they
Yeah.
said that every time. But he didn't give everybody any full or true names that he knows of. Just, what they go by.
Well, this was lovely.
Deuces.
And flap closes.
Lovely people. Lovely people. I love it here. I actually kind of do love it here. The temperature is quite nice.
You would love it here.
3 out of 5.
What?
2 of those groups I know for sure I don't want to run into in the jungle. 3 of them I'm not so sure.
Oh, as we're walking away, Athelstan kind of like tilts his head and just chuckles a little bit. He's like, Alaric, that is a very wise observation. I, too, will assume that everything and everyone is possibly trying to kill us. Living on the constant edge of anxiety is not a very healthy way to live, I must say.
You get used to it.
No, because usually I am full of, I don't know how to explain this in non-modern medical terms, so never mind. What chemicals I cannot create are usually created for me. Sorry, Breeze?
So we got seven groups / people we're gonna have to deal with out there. The 5 here, us, Shakuna's party, or whoever Shakuna's traveling with, if it might be her, and the Bagman. So there's 8 groups all in total.
What we know of.
Can we take a short rest? I don't think anybody needs it, but
Yeah.
just to say that officially. Sit around a fire or something. Have some snackies.
Let me just.
Yeah, we need to kind of discuss what we want to do.
I'd like to read.
Try to come up with a plan.
I've been putting some thought while we've been talking and have some ideas.
Let's
Please.
hear 'em.
Please.
So we've got at least, I'm assuming, I don't know, you took your truthiness spell? Or anybody took Zone of Truth today? Yes, you.
I don't believe that was the one I packed because I packed create food and water, but let me double
I
check.
did not bring that one either.
I do not have that spell.
I am not capable of doing such a thing. Most of my methods of maintaining
Well,
the truth is
I mean,
through-
I don't expect us to catch him on the first day.
I don't
so-
even know if the thing can talk.
Well, we don't necessarily have to have it talk. Well, I mean, the that would make it. So I don't know how these spells would interact, because I'm sort of thinking if we can get him under
The charm.
that, and then any and all of us that have detect thoughts hit that at the same time and start questioning him, whether or not any thoughts that come up have to be true, or if it just has to be, or if it's only spoken stuff that would have to be true.
I did not pack that today.
But I mean, it's not like we're gonna catch him today, anyways. I doubt. So
It's reasonable.
What are we talking about?
Talking about the Bagman.
Zone of Truth. So if when we catch the Bagman, Zone of Truth. Hopefully he succumbs to it, and then any and all of us that have the tech thoughts hit him with that. At least surface level, and then try and at least one at a time try and dig deeper, because hopefully at one time he rolls bad.
Do we... Okay. I realize what is about to come out of my mouth, but do we necessarily have to torture this out of him?
We're not saying. I'm not.
Is there another way to get it out of him?
That's why I'm saying Zone of Truth.
But Zone of Truth can be painful, can it?
You're not. It's not painful that I've known. It's just you're not. You're just compelled to speak the truth.
Does
And
it
only
say
if you
it's
speak,
painful in the
like-
spell?
So that's what I'm assuming. So I'm assuming he's not going to want to speak any truths. So that's why we hit detect thoughts.
If he speaks at all, indeed.
If he speaks at all. So like we hit detect thoughts. Hopefully, when we ask the question about how do we fix Darkon or something along those lines, the thought comes to surface anyways.
Question: Does the Bagman have a mouth?
Mm-hmm.
What does the Bagman even look like?
Everybody just like in like a cartoon, everyone looks at Sly. And she's like wringing her tail.
Hang on, I'm pulling him up for you.
Is he gonna be cute? Is he hot?
No.
No, he's
No,
not.
we've seen images of him.
I saw a little animatic of someone's encounter with the Bagman. Like it's with the sound, "We're all gonna be safe and we're all gonna have a great time," because one person was up for watch and they animated it from their D&D campaign.
Did Jesus
And-
say scratch was that?
Yeah, and like just like, oh, everything's fine. Rolled like a 10 or something on rolled a 27 or something on perception check, and then the Bagman behind them just like rose up out of a bag and ran off into the forest. What the Jesus Christ was that? Yeah, it was funny. Sorry, autistic ramble.
I don't want to torture it out of them if we can help it.
I understand. I don't personally plan, but I also am hesitant to bargain with it, because at that point the only thing that I would want is to get to a shrine safely or a bag, and if we if we end up protecting it to take it to a shrine, then we're going to be on even more of a target on our backs, especially from these lovely fellow hunters that are in this hunting game with us.
I might have a way to send it away.
Banish it?
Can you banish?
What plane is this thing even from?
I don't know, that's the thing.
Can any of us make like a history?
Well, I mean, we would better get that information from it, but I'm just saying, assuming that it's not from the domains itself, I could send it somewhere else.
That's
And then it
possible.
could. But then the question becomes, does the hunt never end then?
That would
Fuck.
that would be bad.
Yeah.
It's either you make it
Because-
a shrine or you die.
Yes, because the rules specifically said the hunt lasts until everyone is either dead or at a shrine.
And you can't
And if
leave.
we've learned nothing in the last 2 years that we've been doing this campaign, that words mean things.
They always do.
Here in a bit.
Good on you. Let's not offer that up as a bargaining chip.
Yeah, banishment definitely can't happen.
I mean, I can
We're-
prepare a different spell. Then I had that in case of something else, but
When did you learn this spell?
I mean, we're. Go ahead.
He's like, Athelstan just kind of like looks at Keeli across the fire, like kind of squinting a little bit.
I promised I would get you out of here.
I am from here, Keeli.
I
You are
promised
not.
that I would try to get everyone else out of here as well. Might not work on you, but
Most of us
could
are
send
from-
Sly home.
Sly. Out of character moves, I'm pretty sure we already established that Sly.
Yeah, but that was I had it from before I knew what she
Yeah,
was
gotcha.
thinking. I had it from before that, but I had it just in case as a backup.
But then the rest of us, but then I don't know if it's something that we should really necessarily keep, because if one of us is banished, then the rest of us are stuck here during the hunt. I appreciate
that's
where you were coming from.
my
I really
thought.
do. But also, you could just cast it on yourself. I know that you don't want to necessarily be stuck in the realms. They're kind of shitty. But and I know that you're here with me because you want to be, but did you ever think about that as an option?
Nope. Never crossed my mind.
Something to think about.
So, also according to these rules, we're forbidden from working together with other groups.
We're not supposed to coordinate when the hunt
We're
begins.
not
You are
supposed
correct.
to make deals with the Bagman.
But that also means that the Bagman can't make deals with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's good.
So getting this information out of him is going to be a trick and a half just in and of itself. Because
I don't know if it's necessarily an interrogation that's going to be happening. If you catch my meaning.
so I would assume, given that it feels like we made a magical deal to do this,
Yes, we are bound.
it also would stand to reason that the Bagman would not be able to. My worry is the somatics of the situation, because magic is cruel like that, where when you use certain wording for things, say like, we'll let you go if you give us this information, that counts as a deal.
I will not be planning to make any deals. The only deals that could possibly happen, the only time that a deal could possibly happen is after this. I don't think that I'm not worried about deals necessarily, as long as we are all careful of how we speak and what we say. There is also the possibility that we all make it to the shrines, but then the Bagman is stuck there until everyone either dies or makes it to the shrine. So there is opportunity there if we don't catch him, but he gets to the shrine, because you can't just leave. So there's that possibility. It's probably the best case scenario. That is best case scenario.
We just have to figure out if he's at the shrine.
Or which shrine. If we're lucky enough to get to the shrine that he goes to. But I'm planning, at least I think we should trail. No matter which shrine he's heading towards, we go there.
I was thinking that too.
Track him
Also,
instead.
as we
Yes.
get close to a shrine, I don't know if this would necessarily work, but we could locate creature as we get close to a shrine before we actually get into it. See if it's there. Assuming we know what's in front of us.
That's a great idea.
We locate creature, see if it's there. If it's not, if we knew it was in front of us, that means then it's either gone past it or gone to the other one.
That's a great idea.
You good, my dude?
Beautiful. He kind of like smiles at Breeze. He's like, that's some high key strategy right there. All right.
You're being attacked by a giant tentacle Kili all of a sudden from the
Oh,
ground.
a displacer beast. Watch out.
Yeah.
Yeah. She knows that I don't feel very good, so.
One of the things I am concerned about, the zone of truth, the tech thoughts. There are creatures out there that are incapable of thought. There are creatures out there who are incapable of speech and all that. I don't know if this is going to be a knowledge kind of based thing here. It's possible that it could just be the somehow grasping of its power or something. Shakuna was not terribly forward in how I could possibly grasp this power or get this information from the Bagman.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what
I'm
ends
curious.
up happening, it's possible I'd have to make a bargain with the damn thing anyway at the end of it. Just
I'm curious as to how Shakuna figured out how to do this. What, like... apparently putting somebody in charge of a domain is not as simple as just saying, I'm in charge of the domain.
It's not.
Because
We
if it
established that
was,
she's-
we would have...
Sorry.
If it was, we would have had a lot easier time fixing Darkon than we have.
Because there'd already be someone's butt in the seat because everybody clambered to start claiming the seat itself.
That might be why there's no butt in the seat.
I also think it matters, like, it's not they claim the domain claims them.
Indeed. But I would assume you have to be worthy of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or
you become worthy in some way or another.
or have the need to be punished, as the domains were set.
Well, that would mean that whoever did that, whoever was worthy of such a punishment, would have to do unspeakable things.
I mean, that lady stabbed you. That was pretty despicable.
What the juice box he's like sipping from just crumples in his hand. Fucking hate that plaid big dot bitch. I never liked her. But yeah. What's everyone's thoughts on the fellow hunters?
We
What did you say?
shouldn't trust anybody outside of our group.
I mean,
Easy.
no.
Were the things that maybe you
Don't-
noticed that I didn't notice? That necromancer? I have no idea who she is. But you all looked like you maybe knew who she was when she said her name. Just saying. I saw some eyebrows. What am I missing here? Aside from the fact that she is definitely a little bit,
She's really famous. She's worked with all sorts of people, like Agni Atu, from the Faerun area. He's very powerful. And she's also worked with Des, you said, Kili?
Yep.
called him a little prick.
Yes, but he's quite average size from what I remember.
We all look at Atlas.
Atlas does not understand this is an innuendo. He's talking about height.
Mhm.
Though we did see Des naked, I think, at one point.
He's been
Remember the silhouette of Alaric, like, standing in the doorway, covering up Des's naked body?
My
From the
favorite
hotel.
silhouette is is Alaric, the
And
blazing
Valish.
fireplace, and Valish, and Alaric said, just
Oh,
like, beautiful.
Baelish. Yes.
I forgot to draw that. Oh my god, that's my quote for that episode.
Yeah, I think everybody here has seen Desirous because Ulrich froze his pants to the table one time with Ray of Frost, and he just climbed out of them.
Do y'all just say this? I need to know.
Asta has
No.
something to interject.
But you've seen that.
Yes.
You
Yes,
remember?
apparently.
Oh, look at her little beans! Look at the beans! Hey, you guys want to support our channel? And the pets of the channel? Sub for
Pay the
pasta.
pet tax.
Follow
Pay the
for
pet tax.
pasta. Look at the bean licking!
She's licking her toe jam.
Yeah.
She's so cute. Oh, she wants kisses.
Hi. Mama is okay, I promise.
It's like glances at Alaric. You're a bit of a prank. Yeah, I had no idea that you had a bit of a prankster streak in you. Or you just hate Dez that much.
Yeah, why do you have a problem with Des? You never did explain.
Just always rub me the wrong way.
Okay,
We all kind
but
of like
that's-
exchange eyebrows with Keli, just like
Not that way.
we like literally trade eyebrows.
Cooks and sleep.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
I mean, do no harm until we have to.
Of course. Liliana, I'm curious to know your thoughts. I know you're quiet, but
Why me?
sometimes- because you've been quiet
You've been watching.
and you've been watching, and you're a fairly good marksman. So
And Gordon, you too, because I know you're
Gordon.
here.
yes, and Sly, I'm sure that you are. I see you shaking there. It's going to be okay. Any insight that any of you have to give?
Well, I'm assuming that one tent had more than just one drow in it.
Mm.
Yeah, they said us or out. Yeah. Folk is a plural.
The
And
hive was definitely not a naturally occurring thing.
yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I bet they're really great at a party, though. They have their own barbershop quartet.
They do all speak at once.
But it
Yeah.
wouldn't
But
be
can they-
in
but can they
harmony. It would
harmonize?
all be
I don't know. Maybe we should go ask them.
Hey,
Gordon,
hive,
I
can you
think you spent
harmonize?
too much. I think you spent too much time at Pandaros there.
Oh, yeah.
I think they
They had a
need-
really good barbershop quartet. I wanted to
You think-
join, but it was a quartet, not a quintet.
You think they'd be any good in the theater there, Breeze? Or Cartacus?
I'm not gonna hold you the whole time.
yes,
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
You think?
I'm gonna fall asleep.
Any thoughts on Shakuna?
He's
I d-
difficult to read. Sorry, Atlas. I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was gonna say the same thing. I don't understand her.
She knew of me. Granted, I'm not exactly hard to spot.
Yeah, you're kind of a big deal, too.
I wouldn't say a big deal, but she didn't have to call me here. So I feel that she didn't seem like she was lying, but she didn't seem to be speaking the whole truth. I understand that the Bagman is probably a worthy adversary for her. But that kind of information did get me here. And I have a bit of
Yeah.
a reputation.
What exactly does she get from helping you? That's what I don't get.
That's what I don't get either. I tried to ask her, but she didn't really seem forthcoming about it. She talked in circles, and I fucking hate it when people talk in circles. They don't even do it right. It's like they've never played the game in their life.
I just lost the game.
God damn it, Maggie!
Damn it, Maggie.
I knew it was coming as soon as I said it, but it's what Sam would have said.
She gets another contestant in the hunt. That's what she wants.
And the hunt keeps the
hunt
land
This
here
lands.
together.
Yeah.
Is Rob a
Okay.
little filtered to anybody else audio-wise, or is it just me?
Oh, am I?
Oh, sorry.
Little quiet.
Okay.
Little
It was
quiet.
probably because I was in front of the actual
It's a pretty good mic.
front of the mic.
Okay. So, do we agree that at least our first course of action is to track the Bagman?
Yeah.
Who do we think we would meet? Who do we know we'll meet aside from Kirk and
Yeah.
party on the way to if the Bagman sprinted towards the plateau? Necromancer.
Yuna's gonna do the same as us. Necromancer's gonna do the same as us.
Either way, yeah.
Estelle's just gonna go for the quickest exit.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be on the plateau, unless something blocks our way. I can't get really much.
I
of
couldn't get a read
the
on
Hive
Zevra
or Zebra.
or the Hive. Yeah.
There might
And I'm
not be
st-
much to read from the hive.
No. I'm not really sure on that first hunting party. I couldn't.
I think they just want to fight.
Yeah.
Oh, the Char, Frogder, and Asteria, and Fred.
Freddy.
Fred and company. He kind of smiles. It's like, I can't help
Fred.
it. I really liked Fred.
Fred was very
Seemed like a decent sort of beast. Utterly terrifying to behold. And he just like grins. He smelled real bad too. Was its tail a mouth?
So looking at this map, is Killer's Road a river?
Yes.
Can we say during this short rest that we spend time studying this map?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Sorry, where's Killer's Road? Oh, there. Okay.
Must be a good place. Oh, you said it's the river?
Yeah.
Must be
Yeah,
a good place
I'm
for an
just-
ambush.
It leads to the scars.
Yeah.
Lead to like a bowl almost.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about climbing. We have the gear. We've done it already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really worried about it either. I'm more worried about I don't necessarily want to go through the sleepless forest, but I also know that following the river is probably one of the more obvious ways. I guess it really depends on where the Bagman goes, but
That's actually a good idea. Share our worries. Alaric? What worries you? What have you noticed?
I just think we're screwed either way. Because we go for the shrine at Kiru Island, something's gonna happen in that cove. We go through the sleepless forest to the scars, something's gonna happen there.
A lot has happened to us, Alaric, and we're still here for it.
Are we making the decision, though? Are we making the absolute decision that we are staying together
We are staying
as a
together.
group?
If we manage to start
begin.
tracking the Bagman, then yes, we stay together. I do not think splitting the party would behoove us.
Especially
For
right
one
off,
thing, sorry,
especially before we start, because then we can't.
then we can't
Coordinate.
work together or coordinate.
Right. Once we get into the contest or hunt, whatever we want to call this, we can split as needed.
I
If we need to.
feel like that's going to at least be Plan B or C. It's not our first. I don't want to go into it with an intention to split up, because usually not great things happen to us when we split up. But also, I think it's strategically smart to stay together. If we scatter, we'll get picked off. Standing together, while we may seem like a much bigger target, we're a whole lot harder to hit. Because if one of us goes down, they're not going to stay down. Does everybody have a potion of healing, or at least one or two of them?
I don't think I do anymore.
Alaric, can you make any within in time?
I've got 5 of them on me.
I have 2.
I have 1.
I have 4, 2 greater, 2 supreme.
I think mine are just regular.
Same.
I have 2 of them.
I don't know, DM. Could I make any potions within the time limit?
You haven't been really seeking out materials to make them, so I'm gonna say no.
Could Athelstan create the materials if they're basic herbs and whatnot?
It's a little bit more complex than that.
I have a bunch of herbs in my inventory, and I have a flower.
You also have some talking plants. We never asked the plants what they thought, but they're just along for the ride. Woohoo!
No, I asked the plants if they wanted to come.
I know. But what they thought about the parties that we met.
Hey guys, what did you think of the parties we just met?
That necromancer was real weird.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all. Not at all. No. Don't like any of them, to be honest.
Did you like Fred?
No, Fred was freaky.
That's probably the reason why I like him.
Did you like the twins? They kind of gave me the weirds. Well, not twins. Are they quadruplets? How does it work when there are 4 of you?
It's the quintuplets, I think, but I don't think
No, that's
that
5.
they were born, well, 4-tuplet, whatever. I don't think that they were born of the same womb. I can't help but wonder whether or not they were created as carbon copies, or...
So they reproduced by budding.
much like an orc. Just kidding. That's Warhammer.
Yeah.
They may have budded, I guess. I don't know. They're not.
Maybe you need to propagate them like a plant.
I would rather not.
Okay.
What I could gather from them, they looked like they may be partly Triton.
Great. Invasion of the pod people.
Oh, most likely they'll head for the water.
What do whales have to do with this, Arleric?
Pod people, I get it.
Thank you. Always there for me, Maggie.
Mm-hmm. I know whales.
Should we... I feel it would be smart to distribute I know I only have 2, and they're just regular standard healing potions, but out of all of us, who's the most likely to still be standing when they get hit? Because if someone goes down, they gotta shove one of those down our gullets.
I mean, I can take a lot of hits.
I mean, I can too, but also, it seems that as we grow stronger, the things we face are also growing stronger.
You would think that that wouldn't happen, that we'd just be stronger.
Or just things would be random throughout the lands.
There is. I think that there's more of a connection between the lands and the people in it than we
Yeah.
think. I'm not saying that there's some greater purpose or a reason for everything. I never terribly cared for the phrase, it happened for a reason. But it keeps happening. I don't know what the reason is. Whatever the reason is, whether it be good or bad, I am glad and also a better man for it being with all of you.
Atlas turns to Athelstan and opens his arm for a hug. And it's big, so people can join in the hug.
Group hug.
You all just like crowd on Athelstan. He's just like uncomfortable,
Just-
but also like,
Athelstan, at least there's not a mimic this time.
oh, that is quite nice. I'm sorry, Keli, but
All of a sudden,
I fucking hated that thing.
Trixie rolls out of the bushes.
Hello, everybody. I found you guys. I'm not sorry. I fucking hated that thing.
I know you did.
And I enjoy terrifying forms and beasts in such a strange manner, but for some reason I just absolutely hated that thing. It may probably just be a bias that I have because it tried to chew on Atlas. And sorry, I don't mean to mother you, Atlas, but something about you compels me to protect you.
I think it would be very tasty.
We did have that discussion earlier about whether or not you would taste like human or horse, but
I think it would taste like both.
he kind of like gestures to the envelope in his shirt. He's like, "This better not include an okay for us to eat you if we get hungry."
Atlas doesn't say anything. He just is like,
Athelstan just like his eyes wide and tilted head like that white dude blinking meme. Like,
it's a
I haven't
secret.
had horse in a while.
Oh, Gordon.
I don't really care.
No,
for
that was
horse,
Yenrik.
Ron.
Oh, okay.
I honestly don't terribly much care for horse.
You care about me.
I care about horse. I care about you, who is.
Yeah.
I was talking about horse meat in general.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see the
So-
confusion.
Just to clarify,
Yes.
because I've got COVID brain right now.
Mhm.
Oh.
Just to clarify, we are starting this hunt together.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
And we're gonna try to stay together if we can track the Bagman.
Yes.
If not, we have to play it by ear, but I don't think we want to separate unless we really have to.
So Atlas
Especially
track well.
Sorry.
So Atlas track well.
Yes. How many flashes of genius do you have left? No, I'm kidding.
All of
How
the
smart are you feeling for the rest of the day?
I can help guide as well. I have that
Atlas,
ability.
you remain so bright. Won't you guide our hunt for the Bagman tonight? It's just
When we summon the Bagman, if there's a possibility we even just get a piece of it. I don't know if it's wearing clothes. Just a piece of it.
You know it's naked.
That's disgusting.
Okay, it's hair.
Why do we know it's naked?
Because that was how it was described to you.
Okay, great.
What if we got a new do?
Just free balling it, you know?
Yeah.
Swinging all around.
As one does.
Like a windsock.
Oh, I don't like that
Oh.
imagery.
Um,
Add to it that is basically a desiccated walking corpse, yes.
yeah.
That's what they call me on the weekends.
Oh, I was gonna say. I
Don't
can
Google
relate-
what that looks like.
I gotta say I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Being a desiccated corpse.
Oh, I meant out of character me.
Mm.
Dark.
Maggie, what are you doing around this fire? Who are you?
I'm
Who are you? Okay, so Atlas, I don't know what you decided to prepare for the day. Mine is mostly focused on keeping people alive.
I
Not so
have
much with the tracking.
no. I have locate creature, charm monster, speak with plants, aura vitality, moonbeam, healing spirit, speak with animals, healing word, cure wounds, and absorb elements.
Yeah.
I also have rolled even,
Well,
so I can
once we get
activate.
started, at least until we sleep, once we get started, I will help you track. And Breeze, you seem to be able to inspire as well. So maybe if we work together with Atlas, we stand a better chance of following.
Mm-hmm.
Stay distant from it at first until it's away from the others.
So
The issue is like I don't want to let it get to one of the shrines until we have a chance to get our hands on it.
I just put locate creature spell, like description in the chat. I can cast it twice, as it's a 4th level spell,
Ooh.
if I don't use the other 4th level spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't taken a break, and it's 11:30
Yeah.
Eastern time. I have to pee.
We're probably going to wrap very shortly. So.
Okay.
Just so one thing before we get back in. Going through my stuff, I've got one item that doesn't have a description on it. What does Wolfsbane do?
It's a plant.
It's
Or
vials
like-
of Wolfsbane.
So Wolfsbane would be especially effective against lycanthropes
Okay.
in the same way that silver is effective against vampires.
It's a pretty flower. I have a friend who has a poison garden.
That's
Cedar
fucking
scent.
dope.
Out of character cedar.
Okay.
Skyrite. Ooh, that's a good that's a good one.
Okay, so I'm curious, just out of character, what level spell this is.
Up to level 2 spells and for another level.
Okay.
My list is very
Oh shit, that's a really high level spell. Never mind. None of us have that yet. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think our best bet, at least when we start, is going to be to work together to track. And since we've got a little bit of a heads up from the Chewingas about the dangers in the forest, we know to keep an eye out for those things. And that's also another sort of thing to keep an eye out for if perhaps maybe we run into more of them.
Because there's no rule against coordinating with the creatures of the forest.
Just with each other in the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Effie, that was the wording. We can't work with others in the hunt itself.
The wording
Or does
was
the wild count as in the hunt?
once your group is set, that is your group.
Okay.
Okay, and just so it's out there, rest of stuff I've got Potion of Animal Friendship, Frost Giant Strength, Growth, Storm Giant Strength, Scroll of Create Destroy Water, Scroll of Zone of Truth. That's really it.
I got
Potion scroll wise.
I got 5 healing potions, holy water, and this.
Holy shit.
You got that from me like a year ago.
I haven't had a chance to use it yet.
I know at least one of the potions that Breeze has got too also came from me like way long time ago.
I imagine that Alaric just takes a blowtorch and just spits the potion like you do with the fire hairspray or whatever.
It's like at some point, it's like he's thought about just like pouring it down the cannon.
Oh my
Just
god.
seems
I will also say that Sly has some unidentified items because she took them and has kept them since she got them.
Yep,
Oh,
she
jeez.
refused to let me identify them.
So if you want to bring that up the next time Sly is in game,
Yeah. We would like to, if it comes to a point where we have a moment next time to like quote unquote retcon, like much like we did whether or not Atlas pulled the cart.
yeah, there will be some retconning because Sly and Yenrik have to decide what they're leaving behind.
Yeah.
So I
That'll
would
be a
say
lot for Sly.
I would say we can end tonight's session. You guys can plan in chat or DMs if you don't want me to see it, and go from there. I will need you all to make sure that anything you are not bringing with you is clicked off in your inventory so that there is nothing in the circle.
Mhm.
No bag, no t-shirt, nothing. So
Yep.
thanks everybody for watching. I know it was a little bit low key, but next
Ah.
week the Bagman will be summoned and the solstice will begin. So stick around for that, and you can see us next on this channel on Thursday for A Song of Crystal and Shadow with DM Sophia. But before then, on Wednesday, Artemis and I are going to be over on the Goodman Games official with Elphinius as our guest for Mutant Crawl Classics.
Yeah. I'm so
So-
excited for that.
Also,
It's going to be so much fun. Definitely give it a watch. Stick around for the raid. You can get lots of channel points by joining in on a raid to another channel, which you can use to help or hinder the party. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.